You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey. DJ Dork Genius.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
Yeah. Status to DGEs. I've been hearing like court appearance, you niggas is co-defending and washed up. Quick to tell on the next nigga, that's next nigga. I don't dream cause my future plans is much bigger. And stop hanging with fake people, we real pictures. My vision nice with no in it, it's Q written. Next Friday I probably meet a Felicia chick. Got good brains but a body feeling and need a fix. Ain't what it seemed but we all sinning, it's Lucifix. Or Lucifer for you niggas that's never making sense. I put my heart in these words, my bond limitless. Ask anybody around me, my life been a bitch. Just to keep it together, I'm doing jobless bids. 3 months churches before was demolition shit. Bill collecting and Kirby wasn't enough to grip. Grab the muffle, start shooting, I'm getting bonus chips. Forgot to mention, my shorty ain't really helped with shit. Cause everybody wanna be like him instead of yourself. You should be like Lee, I do the right thing. I'm running till time out, fuck a spike thing. And when I touch down, my money talk like Charlie Sheen. Cold nights, I don't never get to sleep. Just wishing to make bail, got me praying for them G's. Everybody ain't your fam, that's when you really see. They give you a little time, everybody screaming free. Ha!
Jealous minds catch them peeping out the real chose, trying to get involved like a free throw, peeping out the guy glow. It's funny how a hater love your stilo. They really taking notes, gotta peep though. The hidden hate, allow the God King to demonstrate. Rise set a demon straight, thirsty for the God, so I make them wait. Cause they don't really go in, but me I'm known to penetrate. Your pop seen the guide in me, it's obviously that I'm the better choice, so you homage me. Let it sink in, you going off the deep end. Your flow real average when I step in. Of course you chose the guy with the best pen. You ain't really wise, nigga, check in. Your homie scared too, tell him bet then. The shot down too, y'all upset, man. How you really cheat if you ain't bet then? That's on flag, you niggas is not God. And wondering why not, you niggas is all I. Put God in reverse, you niggas will get dog. You cool with 9, he gave it a SpongeBob on God.
They are jealous.
Give a dog a bone, bitch. I'm with this pretty poodle, posted at the bone fish. Take a shot of bourbon, followed by some ale. Got out hot as hell, cause I can't waste a sale like a phone clip. Look who stepped in the room. Fresh from the vet, being groomed. If they don't rep the set, then they lose. You can bet I'm here to collect the checks, then spume.
I know what it is.
West side where my dog's at. Boy, you lying about that money, that's a ball cap. That little mutt think he fresh to death. I send him a text and say, fuck you in all caps. We came up cause we stayed down. Y'all was laid up, we was laid down. Fuck that puppy child, we want steaks now. All this 40 bust like a greyhound. They know I'm off the leash with my dog ass. Trying to dodge these fleas with my dog ass. Finna fuck your bitch with my dog ass. Wanna watch that don't tick with my dog ass. Finna see the jeweler for some dog tags. Came up on the hoe and gave my dog half. They know I'm off the leash with my dog ass. They know that I'm a beast with my dog ass.
Exclusive hot new mix.
Why do I miss you?
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
I'm mad at the fact that you lied to me. I'm mad at the fact that I miss you. I'm at the bar and I'm drinking. I feel like I'm sinking. It's 2 a.m. and I don't feel like leaving.
All genres are accepted.
The reason that I'm drinking again. Who the fuck that dude you with? I ain't never seen him or your new friends around. I How is it that I love you but I hate you right now? If you want that much attention, I'll give you that clout. Fucking with the real one, you know what I'm about. I hate getting hoarse, why you made me shout? I could be the man, that's my old days. Why you going back to your old ways? Hit a 60 on a 45. You ain't never changing and it's no surprise. I've always been there for you, you're my alibi. I hurt you deep down, oh you know I'm right. But at this moment, I'm chugging everything I'm going. Doing my shit by my lonely. Swerving on that copper 12. I'm mad at the fact that you lied to me. Oh, I'm mad at the fact that I miss you. I'm at the bar and I'm drinking. I feel like I'm sinking.
It's 2 a.m. and I don't feel like leaving. You're the reason that I'm.
There's no pecan anymore.
I know what it is, man. We got about 3 minutes and 33 seconds till we officially start the show. If you haven't already, send your stuff into my email. It's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. We do first come, first serve. We are also live on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. All at the same time. Now, if there ever was a time that I felt more alive, it's right now on my skin. I let my melanin shine. I'm from the roots where you would call the heart and soul of a trench. It's hard to stay above the water when you born in an abyss. This ain't a sob story, it's my story. It's for my father, man. I just wish you had the time for me. But my mother, man, is with no choice. She had a man to raise, and it didn't help that every man was sad to take your place. Do you know how much I was tripping? 12 years old, I was gripping. Never in class, I was skipping. They wanted smoke, I was with it. Cause you would do it, going hard for my siblings. I never ran for no nigga. Man, I would blame on a nigga. That wasn't you, that was just stupid. You were the role model. Never listen to moms. Yeah, I was hard-headed, and we never had that bond. Till I was in the gym and realized who really went hard. The same one that never left, the same one to post a bond. No shots, cause you pops though. You spent the block though. You was the man around the hood with the rocks though. But really take a good look at Chris, Nicky, and Roscoe. They ain't built for this life with no guidance, why would they not go? And not to put you on blast, this is real shit. And even though it breaks my heart, I gotta spill this. This a real situation I gotta deal with, in hopes that I can help other fathers to never hear this. I wrote this letter to my father. I hope it's no hard feelings. And if it's anything you taught me, you know I gotta be the realest. Superhero, turn to a super villain. Superhero, turn to a super villain. We got about 1 minute and 52 seconds till we officially start. Let me see some real quick or whatnot, man. Let me play one of the features that I just did not too long ago, because I forgot what I did on this. Hold on. What up, y'all? Had a shout out to everybody tapped into the show right now. Pretty much we're a live music and reaction channel. I do music myself. I produce, I mix, and master, and all of the above. So shout out to everybody freaking who, you know, comes and does their thing. Let me pull up cause I forgot what I did to this at all.
That's so cinematic.
Get down. Hurry up. Yo.
West, north, south, let's just get down. All
what up, Long?
together in this
Long
now. I don't mean now, no bitch, I mean right now. Ladies, if you hear me, then go and show me right now. Fellas, if you win this bitch, then go and fucking get loud. Let me see them hands up, get this place buck wild. Everybody stand up, let me see you jump now. All these ladies in the building dancing till they soaking wet. They love it when we getting loud, tossing bras up on the set. Bodies stacked on bodies and they showing off they areolas. Which one of y'all can get the wildest? Keep it going till this is over. Now let me see you fucking bounce. Everybody all at once, the crowd's in motion like an ocean. Let me give you what you wanna. Let me see you sway to the left. Yeah, let's keep it going. Let me see you sway to the right. The momentum's growing. Hands up in the fucking sky till you reach and touch the heavens. Soak from sweat, about to die. Party like some fucking legends.
We will continue in 1 moment.
Autobots, share the stream.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning.
morning, fell asleep when I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Alright, shout out to everybody who's tapped into the stream. As you already know, we are a live music and reaction and review show for independent artists, producers, and bands across the globe. All genres are accepted. Just do not send us any radio records like Kendrick featuring Drake rapping on a Jay-Z beat. You rapping on a Jay-Z beat. You rapping on a Kendrick or Drake beat. Do not make records to industry instrumentals and then send that to the show. We want to hear your beat selection when it comes to working with independent, production and or making your own. We tend to always have a full conversation if you guys do send AI to the show, so I give you that fair warning up front. Like, it don't matter if we hear or feel like a record is AI, we gonna talk about it and just give those both sides of the equation and whatnot, right? Because I know there are those who are for and against, and we just always got to end up, talking about that. But make sure you send it to my email. It's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. It is first come, first serve. So if you guys are in that free line, try to be patient. If you are not, or if you want to get more than one of your records played back to back, or simply be played quicker, we do have those various ways.
This song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from Hot Ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries.
We also do a giveaway on the show. We happen to reach 100, 200, or 300 by the end of the episode. So if there are many artists who do send skips, be excited, because we'll get closer to being able to do those giveaways on the show where you can win free beats, free mixes and masters, free features, free merch, and more.
I think I've taken too many drugs and I'm in another universe, and I was trying to get buzzed in the studio and do a verse, but now I'm seeing an image of Coolio on Jupiter. If I was in the hospital, I'd probably want to do the nurse. Out of all 80s movies, I'm watching Ferris Bueller first. I'll walk right up to a bully and be like, homie, do your worst. If you don't got any gas, a freaking Razor scooter works. This one ain't for the kiddies, so Super Steve, you can curse. I'm spaced out.
I really wanna grow up, cause I don't wanna go down. Someday I'm gonna blow up. They love it how my flow sounds. You hate on me, but so what? I know you wanna throw down, but I just wanna throw up. Someone give me a bow now. I just wanna be a dude chillin', but I'm always dealing with the madness. I just wanna be up on the beach, up in the white, chillin' with a bad bitch. I just wanna live up in the city when they hear me and they go bananas. I just wanna hear the word on every little girl is dealing with a sadness.
I wasn't nice in class. I would always like to laugh and always get in trouble from my teachers cause I'm writing raps. Vanilla Ice was trash. I'm never on a righteous path. I throw a diaper at my wife and then get sliced in half.
Alright, is there anything else? Do not send... You're like, bro, hurry up and just start playing. Listen, do not send Tidal or Apple Music. I don't have accounts with either of those. Everything else is fine. So if it's a YouTube video, if it's Spotify, if it's SoundCloud, MP3, if it's a wave, try to send it with iCloud. It's the quickest way for me to download it. Otherwise, for whatever reason, it takes about 2 to 3 minutes if it even wants to download at all. Other than that, I think we've covered pretty much everything outside of I am your host, Nonsense, aka Dork Genius, aka Chris Nonsense, aka your mama's favorite dork, aka your dork for hire, aka your mama's favorite dork, aka listen, we got way too many damn.
There are some weapons we control.
I wanna continue.
Madness is the fucking method. Calm down for just a minute and catch your breath while you're
I'm gonna continue this, then we're gonna jump right into the free line.
So unstable, sin and twine are just a problem. Got these people wrecking shit. Got your breather on your feet and break your fucking neck to this. East, west, north.
This is cinematic song.
Just get down.
I believe we might be getting another artist on it. But y'all so hot.
Now, no bitch, I mean right now. Ladies, if you hear me
on it.
Show me right now. Fellas, if you in this bitch, ain't gonna fucking get loud. Let me see them hands up. Get this place buck wild. Everybody stand up. Let me see you jump. We got them jumping up and down.
like AAA on a busy street, fucking up they stomachs like bodegas with shitty meat. Yo, if you think I wouldn't be able to rock this silly beat, that's why your girl probably be massaging on Diddy's feet. This like the anthem for people to freaking jump around. Who the fuck was Crisscross? I don't know how they fucking sound. House of Pain, this one gon' make them go jump around again. Everyone's a clone and half of these rappers sound the same. I'll make you jump like I purposely set the ground on flames. After 5 minutes, I'm checking out if the crowd's okay. Half the freaking fire department's a freaking mile away. Everyone's exhausted and probably needs a shower way. More than I ever would need when there isn't nowhere that I don't wanna be. Wanna open the door but I don't got the key. And I know I can rap but I'm also a geek. And I'm hoping that kinda makes me a unique little rapper that all of y'all wanna go see. Throw on a beat, y'all wanna leave, so what it's me, so throw your hands up.
East, west, north, south.
I done forgot freaking shit on that. Yo!
Together in this bitch now. I don't mean now, no bitch, I mean
Just so you know, you get your money's worth, all right? You get your money's worth if I'm able to get on anything, cause I love to have fun and you know try to adapt to whatever you have and stuff like that. Shout out to freaking Cinematic on that. Cinematic always decent with choruses, with the layers that he'll have on, you know, what he does. I feel like it always adds to the records. And he's able to really make everything feel like an anthem, like almost every record under that Cinematic moniker. So shout out to him. You know, beat was sort of like fun or great. Anyway, let's get right into the free line. I appreciate you guys for even being here at all. Again, let's see who we got up first. JJ, Mr. J. We got you up first, and then we have he. We have he. All right. Shout out to everybody if you can tap in. By the way. All right, so Complications featuring
I cannot tell if you want to go, if you
what is it, Sean Merck? Scene Merck?
The North Face can't protect us from a cold summer. These hoes exposed, I seen they crack like an old plumber. You can't be shocked, you gon' get dropped by a bolt of thunder. It's loose lips sink ships and now you going under. Take off them Nikes and wear some heels cause you ain't running shit. And I'm deflecting every angle that you coming with. Cause I can see how bright the light in the tunnel get. And don't forget I dropped my last bitch like a ton of bricks.
You say you love me but it don't feel right. We don't talk much, only argue at night. Used to glow bright, now we barely all tight. Tired of the pain but I won't lose this fight. I get my heart now I'm holding and slide. Trying to do better but I'm
yeah, we in the free line.
Was down bad but I climbed high. If you won't stay then just move with the light.
I cannot tell if you want to go.
I'm probation. All right there.
Run! They're shooting!
Fireworks.
Stayed up late, always crying deep. Play my part while you lied in your sleep. Said you was real, but the cut too steep. Heart on lock, now I barely can read. Time moved on, but the pain.
Is this a real feature too from, or like a you hopping on someone's thing without them knowing?
Cause this ain't nothing new but it should feel familiar. If it don't make you stronger, it'll probably kill you. I twist the leaf in this two-seat, the beats knocking while I drown my sorrows in the ounce of some sesame. It's the look in your face when you know you wrong. But I just watch you fall apart like Post Malone. I think it's time to float, but not on the boat you on. Cause you did a lot of weak shit that I don't condone.
One more time, just tell me you'll stay. Even if you gone, I'll love you anyway. Hard to let go, but I try every day. Heart still beating, but it's drifting away.
1 to 10, y'all. How y'all feel about this record? All feedback is welcome. You also hit that. She just wants reward and shit. A lot of freaking times like she be pulling out a hammer while I'm pulling out the sword and shit. A lot of y'all are trying to like go up and win awards and shit, but y'all don't even know if like y'all will be getting swords and shit if y'all just... All right, let me go over here and hit this up right here. Big salute. 1 to 10, and feedback is welcome. So, what I'm trying to figure out is because clearly it's a little bit of a collab, you know, type of situation, which, you know, primarily I'll, you know, normally hear you, you know, by yourself within your own, you know, style. And I'm always wondering how any collab really comes about between two artists or whatnot, right? Who has the open verse situation that they send to the other artist, or, you know, who sends who the beat first with nothing to really work with, and then they sort of started off, whatever the occasion. I'm just trying to, you know, figure out which is which. There's also the like artist who puts out the challenge, like they have their verses and whatever they're gonna do to it, and then they allow other artists to download and kind of like, you know, do what they would do, and you know, be a part of that challenge. You know, but the best record ever is when each artist knows that they're both on the song, and it's something that you can go out and do a music video, you know, together, perhaps perform it, you know, live, if it's a good enough song. Like, you want those opportunities, which I think just are different depending on, you know, what you do or whatnot. And it's an interesting sort of like contrast or whatnot, right? The straight rap, he had conviction within, you know, what he was rapping about. Also was able to come back in there, you know, twice. So we appreciate that, with the contrast of the more melodic, you know, like auto-tune centric kind of style or whatnot. That allows you to really feed into a record. If it's only one way the entire time, we already know it gets a little bit repetitive, you know, and we kind of end up asking ourselves, what more can an artist do when it comes to, you know, both melodies, flow, you know, speed, and all that. We had a lot of people who thought it was decent or whatnot, right? You know what I'm saying? House of Origami and stuff like that, like that name. And then what were you saying? I don't know if you were tagging another person, or letting us know what your submission was and stuff like that. Send it to my email, ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. If you know any other artists, producers, and or bands, man, tag them in the building as well. Let them know what's going on. And let me see what else we had. Let me see. Hunter D. George, you know what I'm saying, said, I give this a 7.5. The beat is on point. This was a real collab, you know what I'm saying. J-Do was letting us know. We got a 7, you know what I'm saying, solid from a 96. He said, I originally started the song, but he used my vocals as the chorus, and he you know, cooked with it. And then what? Then you came back and listen, see? Well, that's what's up, man. And honestly, man, hey, when it comes to producers as well, I want to remind you guys, you know, you guys should think about, you know, a Pharrell, a Timberland, you know, even Dr. Dre, Diddy to a certain extent or whatnot, right? When they would make certain things, they would, you know, put themselves on the song in some way, right? You know what I'm saying? Pharrell always on the choruses. Timberland was sort of like half and half, and, you know, you'd hear the ad-libs, you know, here and there and stuff like that, right along with the production. You know, Diddy was always the ad-libs, you know, in most of the cases. Haha, take that, like you already know. It's a little bit of a I mean, all those ad-libs may hit differently like these days and stuff like that, but we'll have to see, you know, how things hit over time or whatnot, man. What did y'all think about that trial, man? Like, that was just crazy. Let me see where we at. Hold on. What do you say? I see Merc, you know what I'm saying, is the one who showed me your channel, so huge shout out to him, man. That's what's up, man. It all works its way out, man. So full circle right there. I don't know what you say, that keeps the vibe. You just said always make music as if you gonna perform it in front of a crowd. Man, you ain't never lied, man, because some artists will have very little energy. It won't feel like they sometimes care about the record that they're on. They kind of feel like the beat's gonna, you know, allow them to survive, you know, with you know, whatever. But like, You know, you want to be the bread and butter of the track just as much as whatever production that you guys are rapping or singing to, and really create that marriage. But also, you know, think about what everybody else is going to hear. And if you sort of performed any of your songs in whatever kind of nonchalant way on any records, you know, how would that be perceived to a crowd at Madison Square Garden, or, you know, whatever that stage that you're trying to get to. You know, always imagine everybody you knew maybe being in the crowd, and then also everybody that you never know, man. There are comedians and artists who are always surprised when they see like actors or, you know, other artists that came to their show and was just actually just someone in the audience and stuff like that. Eventually you could get to that point. You guys have a consistency, a quality, and just something dope that people will resonate with, man. Like, you know, anyways, let me get back into the lineup, make sure that we can hop back into the free line. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for y'all patience as we eating like your beans.
Excuse me, Mickey, are you singing the bean song? I love that.
Nah, man, listen, you gotta calm down. Nobody knows that bean song, bro. Nobody. Okay? You're like, bro, can you stop? Can you stop all of that? All of the shenanigans. Please let them go. All right, let me jump back into show of hands. How many of y'all can swim?
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
I should have like a TV floating in the thing. Let me see who is next. Now unknown. Let's go ahead and drop you in the cusp. Mr. Now Unknown.
Okay. I'm sick as fuck, so don't get it twisted. My catch the sickness. I spit the lyrics you wish you spit, then you beg forgiveness. You bite my writtens, but I'm working on an album, so I'm going ghost. A bunch of throwaways is all you get for Christmas. Regret to listen, be pessimistic, upset to finish. You jealous of the man you dissing, manufactured bitches tweaking off a little cannabis, and you a stan, admit it. Go make another false narrative just to handle business. See, I don't need to make excuses, I just fuck shit up. If I was you, I would have already dissed us a couple months ago. Like, what is bro on? You've been holding on to this for so long, just move on, you dumb bitch. None of us could give a fuck about what you tell the public. Thinking you're the flower boy, but really you the sun kid. Disgusted, the fact you talked about me as a young kid. Come and ask about it and I'll end all the assumptions. I said your dad's a meth head, see I said I got molested because you heard my unreleased, but that's besides the point. Yeah, I got touched as a kid, and daddy just wants a taste, but that just doesn't relate, cause I didn't get a choice. Your dad was smoking it willingly, words a killer bee, it's history, but war's the only thing I ever want in life. And you're the sacrifice, you love to get sodomized. It's funny how you tried to make it look like I apologized. Fuck being civil, I scribbled out your subliminals and hit them with the crippling depression for his own mistake. There's no debate, you're not a protege, you're just a protege of Jay, and everybody knew what you were gonna say. Tony's ex-check, I'm not the best check, guess I need a mental health check. If you're the next threat, no applause. Yeah, you know I hate my life, but now I'm trying to ruin yours, and I don't give a fuck about a single message that you saw. You're not worth my time, but people say, what you gonna do, Jay? Mixed opinions on responding got me thinking loosely, but then it got me thinking, what the fuck are you gonna do when you're the weakest link up in the group? I'm glad we lost you. TL3 was TL3, but now I guess it's TL2. Tony's Kendrick and I'm J. Cole, so who the fuck are you? You're not Drake. I don't apologize for what I'm about to say. I hope you never make it in this music, and there comes a day you realize you fucking suck and have to pick a plan B instead of making music to try to support your family. In other words, you need to pay your dad's drug dealer, and you ain't fooling me with all them fucking fake subs either, you fucking hypocrite. You were mad when watching the intro, just fucking live with it. Remember, commented saying the album was an L because you weren't in it, then fucking took it back when you realized that you were in it. Don't give a fuck where Curvis is, I'll take him off the album, no doubt. I'm sure he doesn't wanna be on it, now we falling out. Fuck with me now, I'ma bully you like a stupid little kid. Why don't you go and tell Hunter his girl's a cheating little bitch, and that's supposed to be a boy, but you ain't telling him about it? Oh my, let me guess, are you trying to fuck that bitch on the side? Wouldn't surprise me with how you cry about your ex on your story. You be tweaking for pussy and all your music just bores me. Curvis is the
man.
Washed on
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. And I expect like a whole, like this record. Hold up.
Yo, I hit the block like a running back. Japanese denims, called Canal 40 under that. These rappers kill me with they mumble raps. And painted nails, I 4 finger smack a faggot, make them stumble back. I spit bars to make you hustle crack. And throw something on the doozy pack that had the beans coming back. It's big bad, I really live my raps. I do my crime, bid my time, still put one in your fitted cap. Reach your hand, I wouldn't give it.
So didn't know it would be like a solo centric, you know, kind of diss record or whatnot. I kind of agree with one of the things in the chat or whatnot, right? It feels like a cypher beat, right? And like immediately when you hear that beat, I think everyone who raps, right? Like if you have that bone in you, you know what I'm saying? No Diddy. You immediately just want to start writing, you know what I'm saying? Because it gives off that, you know, almost distinct face vibe. So from the jump, I was like already in, and you know, you went in, right? This feels like a response record. It feels like another diss was already made from another artist, from whoever you're dissing, and then this is your response basically to them, right? Because there were some lines within there that just felt like you were sort of, you know, all right, let me explain this, and then be like, but you know what I mean? And I thought that, you know, the overall aura of the record did feel like something that, you know, yeah, he it'd be fun to see him respond back, and you know, just to see that back and forth or whatnot, right? As we were in, you know, this country a little bit earlier when it comes to like obviously like Kendrick and, you know, pretty much everybody at a certain point, and then like I think, was it Chris Brown, or you know what I'm saying, like there were just artists just coming out of the woodworks with just like, you know, disses and feeling like they needed to go in or whatnot. And now, you know, they're sort of making that, you know, a little bit of a comeback back into, you know, popularity. Yes, I do feel like, you know, there's still a little bit of a sacred ground when it comes to trying to make some of the best diss records, right? Because you got to compete with Hit 'Em Up, you got to compete with No Vaseline, you got to compete with you know, Not Like Us, any of the Drake and Kendrick records, you know what I'm saying, within their, you know, scenario, Ether and Takeover, and you know, like it's fun to watch, you know, artists do what they do though, because this is when you're truly tested, right? You can't make a diss record and then make people either laugh at, you know, the bars and have it be something, you know, funny in that regard, or feel like, damn, you know, me just airing shit out and going in a way where, you know, you can tell that the artist is taking it serious or whatnot. It should put that battery in your back to make you want to go a little bit harder, you know, than you potentially usually would. But not bad within there. What was the overall time in full as well? Because I always love judging that as well. Like, how much time do you give us just overall as an artist from beginning to end? If it's close to 3 minutes, right? I consider that the finish line, at least for me, right? If it's under that, under like, you know, a minute, which I've heard, you know, on the show as well, 2 minutes is, you know, it's like, again, depends on the record. Intros, outros, interludes, that's fine. A little bit of a skit kind of thing, like, you know, we get it. But when it comes to songs that you truly want to be out there and you want it to resonate, you want to impress people, more time is a good thing, because literally you get to spend time with whoever is listening to you, and if you're good, they will stay there. Nobody wants to leave a record that they like, that an artist is actually killing it, or they have great vocals and they can think about many different melodies to do within that thing, you know. But of course, if any artist is too boring, repetitive, and not saying anything, if basically it feels like you don't care about how you're saying the record, you don't care about us comprehending what you say, by all means, shorten those records, because we're not really getting too much from it outside of maybe a little bit of a vibe or something like that. We want the words, though, I think, to resonate. And then what'd you say? That's what I thought. You said I like that. That's why I stuck around an extra minute, man. Listen, that is the power. That is the power of a good song, man. That is the power of just a good overall freaking song or whatnot. There are many times people will tap in, you know what I'm saying, even if it's for 2 minutes, 3 minutes or something like that. And then, you know, depending on what's happening, you know, maybe these songs kind of lure them in for, you know, maybe just 10 more minutes, man. I'm liking the music that I'm hearing. It just gets you in there or whatnot, right? But man, let me see what we got next up. Let's go back into the free line once again.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
All right, Eddie Jones, we got you back up in the cusp. Let's see what you got. Is this a video or a...
Underground Soul 2. Ain't nobody safe out there,
Architect,
man.
Eddie Jones.
Gotta keep your head up.
Featuring Led Zeppelin.
The last of the Mohicans rapping. I'm spitting nothing but the truth. All you rappers capping. I've been the one that's snapping. Look at me now, I'm the captain. All you deck hands know what the fuck is happening. Pause. You know what it is. I'm the illest lyricist. Plus I handle all my biz Don't ever need a none. Said I've been a one-on-one. Always rising like the sun. Precious time is come and gone. Still very far from done. Always running things, but I never ever run. I'm E-double-D-Y, embedded in my Levi's. Toughest leather shell toe Adidas with their knee highs. I'm old-fashioned, passion for the lights, camera action. I'm a rolling stone, never get no satisfaction. Fuck it, I never quit until the day I kick the bucket. It is what it is, no matter how you cut it. Underground Soul 2, we coming for the kill. Every 16 that I spit is worth at least about a quarter mil. I do it for the thrill, I jack it little pill. I have no chill, then I probably never fucking will. I'm Eddie Jones.
I probably never will. This right hand will make you drowsy in the Benadryl. Intend to kill consecutive projects that'll be appreciated when we gone. Depreciate the value of the piece I've been speaking too long. Fuck that, it's boots on necks till they wake up, gasping for air. Knock off your CPAP with the 3 taps, some shit the doctor can't repair. Have no fear, we're here to lead hip-hop right out the dungeon. It's lights out if you don't fight for every morsel that you can stomach. The hunger seeming disgusting, but it makes sense when you coming from nothing. Couldn't rub 2 cents together, now we depending on this here hustling. I remember sleepless nights, eager to fight just to feel something. Concealed weapons revealing lessons that make you question your assumptions. Forget it with all the bluffing, I've been steadily dropping facts on y'all. Intended to spark a change, surviving dark days when you had to brawl. Used to fear the reaper, but now death doesn't make me sad at all. The sweet relief that people need, a bit of peace here after all.
Yo, my soul shine, stepping for the top, so shit, my flow 9-7 like the Fox show. Octo, black smoke blunts out of Costco. Spot man, burnt fingertips with the dark hands. Hot damn, I guess it was God's plan. Mix Henny with the pop can, shine like wrist shock bands. From the block clan, you a op with a cop stand. Take it to the top, hit the spot like a rock band. Baby, I'm back like the ribs official. And baby got whapped like she slid the pistol. The juice got you saturated, and it cost, bro. The proof got me activated. Final boss mode, North Coast high, speaking to my force ghost. Past and the future and the present when the Lord stroke. Fresh kill for the appetite later, and let the rest spill from the acolyte saber. Shit.
Hey man, listen. I to hit that.
The son of Frankenstein, these niggas be taking lives. I created a monster, world's ready to take your lives. Frightening, was like this till indictments came. I'm just writing this pain, used to write on the train. No bars, just sad names. No disrespect, then the mag aim. 100 yards, that's the mag range. Black brains, tattoos, rep from where my man slain. Brand new chain from Willie Rocks, it's a damn shame. And you niggas is fucking up.
All right, so big salute to that record and video. I think everything was, you know, equally as professional as the last one that I was able to, you know, see and review, you know, from you, right? Beat also still, you know, proper. Is it by any chance from the same project as that other one that, you know what I'm saying, we got to see? But, you know, everything was proper in terms of the mix, the performance. Each artist had their own, you know, individual style that they went into the record with. So I always appreciate, you know, different artists being able to collab like that, right? You know, we had another comment that, yeah, another cypher, you know, type of record or whatnot. So again, when you add sort of like the right combinations together, things, you know, things I think really come together in the best way. And then, you know, you're able to extend a track a little bit, right? I think people don't mind when there are more artists. Like if there are maybe, like, give or take 5, if there are like 5 or more artists, like people consider that, you know, like a cypher. You can have the 3 or 4 horsemen kind of, you know, records or whatnot, where you know, it's just, you know, 4 getting down, you know what I'm saying, going in, barring it up, and that's fine. You know, but when you go 3, right, that's the equivalent to the Locks, you know, to a certain extent, a little bit Griselda. There are you know, just many things that you can do and, you know, really attack together or whatnot. But I like when we can stick around for a record and see what different styles can be utilized within or whatnot. That is the other reason why, even when it's you guys solo, I'm always like, you know, take that time to extend it. And if it was you, just you by yourself, like, you would be the one in charge of, all right, let me, you know, flip it differently on that second verse and or third, if you, you know, have that type of situation. But features often give you that extra, you know, kind of same thing in a way, where they'll have a different voice signature as well as a way to, you know, attack it, and looking at the overall concept of the record, which is also dope. So you already know what it is, man. BO said the energy tonight is, you know, hostile. I love it. Straight hip-hop, man. Like, listen, had to hit that button. We will be back in the free line in just a moment. Hunter D. George said, you know, the story's strong too. Indeed. He said this goes hard, and he said another cypher like beat. I like this guy's cadence and voice. It works well with the beat. I give this an 8, and I think that was at the beginning of the actual song or whatnot, right? So with the other two, you know, everything else, you know what I'm saying, came in. It was like, guys, what did you say? T, welcome back. Welcome. Well, you got send an email. Check it out. Yeah, well, you should be in the line. We have a lineup. You gotta be patient if you're in that line, or skip the line if you do not want to.
Yo, nonsense and Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view, and I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries.
If you sing correctly, you should get a confirmation email back to yours. If you did not, then make sure you send again, ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com. We got Hunter D. George. Is yours a beat or a song? for a melodic kind of artist.
I know I feel it, yeah. I don't know what to do. I don't know if you think that I am a stupid fool. You always tell me that
Yo. You can really rap fast or slow. There's a lot of big time when I wanna be able to figure say people wanna choke your throat. I don't even really know where Thor go. If he went up in the sky, there's a lot of time where I'm gonna get high and I don't even know what to do. But there's a lot of time when I'm up in the freaking forest and I don't even know if I'm gonna survive. But I don't really rap fast. That's the time when like people that freaking clap dance. They always like tell me freaking that like tell me that I ain't got no like chapstick because my lips are tap bad. Going fast though, everybody knows you're an asshole. Who can y'all hear on this? More melodic artists? Or someone like Twista? Tech 9? Enjoy the next day or so, I hope so. They're very good. I think they made it already.
Everybody knows about your mama.
Producers, you guys can send beats to the show as you can see. Everybody else in the building, let us know who you hear on this. Who would you get on this beat to? Shit. Or would you know if he can be a beat that you would get beat to? Yeah. With it. Alright, you should be good. As a producer, though, who do you want on it? You know what I mean? Like, what type of artist? I think you gotta have that kind of mindset when you're in, you know, production. Just like, what kind of vision do you see if you were in a studio with somebody and, you know? I had a melodic idea in my head. We'll talk about that right now. We'll talk about that right now. All right. So, let me see. As I was gonna say, when you are producing records, right, you do want to have that mindset of an artist, right? What would an artist do? How many bars would they spit before, you know, going to a chorus or whatnot? Would it be someone melodic or, you know, straight rap or whatnot? You know, and in some cases, right, like I said a little bit earlier, man, think about what we've had from like a Pharrell, a Swiss Beats, a Timberland, as like I think they're smart, because putting your own chorus on a record, right, or putting your own chorus on a beat, it like automatically will inspire whatever the song could potentially be about. I don't know too many artists who, like, you know, if you've made a decent chorus, they're gonna take the chorus off and then like do something else completely. Like if it feels like it fits, they'll keep it a part of the record, and then like literally you'll be able to see, you know, depending on what you do, right? If you lease your beats, if you just put things out there for free, or if you are doing things individually, for at least the leasing and free aspect, you know, when you wait a certain amount of time and then come back to seeing how many artists, you know, really kind of made something with your, you know, your production with the chorus, like I think there's a level of dopeness there of, you know, just seeing who did the best kind of, you know, scenario with your choice, you know, topic and stuff like that. The only thing that I would sort of change potentially or add something to, maybe just a little bit of reverb, delay, or echoes or something like that. There was just something that felt like could be done differently to that. I don't know if it needs to have a higher tone slightly or something like that. Like, I'm still trying to figure it out. Hold on. She did not tell me what I wanted to know, so I gotta figure and see. But yeah, so there's a little bit of more work that can be done there. And then, right, what I always suggest as well is that if an artist does get on your beat, like, keep an open contact with freaking people, right? Some producers will literally just upload their beat and that's it. They don't put no hit me up if you want to, or they don't let you know how much it would be for the stems, or if they wanted you to extend it and stuff. Put your contact info on exactly where you want people to hit you up, because if after they make the record they can send it to you and send you their vocals, there is more that you guys can go into the beat and do. It'll give you more ideas of like certain melodies and instruments that you can throw in there. You can have a section where you go and, like, you know, maybe change the drums to like a live band kind of feel. And everybody loves a good surprise, right? The same feeling that the select few, right, it will use AI for their personal reason. For those people, they get that hit of like, oh shit, there's this thing that you know, I'm able to hear something I slightly created, but in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like, not knowing what's gonna be there, you know, after you hit, you know, play to a certain extent or whatnot. And for some of you guys, again, you'll hear the familiar song you did, but there may be a section with trumpets now. There may be a section with like violins or a dubstep section. And like, again, not expecting it, hearing your vocals on something that, you know, even in some cases you might have not been able to rap to in a certain case, right? It sort of allows you to also be re-surprised. And then the producer, you know, gets to really feel like they're truly a part of the record, and not just someone who you just hopped on their beat and then you're just one of many, and that's it. I feel like there always has to be that relationship, because what happens if any of the records do become a hit, right? What happens if any of the records become a hit and we didn't make that contact? Now all of a sudden, you know, there's a, you know, potentially just scenarios that could happen where one person is not as satisfied. You know, you got to now come up with, you know, an even, you know, bigger price or whatnot. And just, you know, kind of renegotiate things on, you know, different terms or whatnot. But you want to be in good terms with any producers. You want to be in terms with the artist almost right away, so that you know, you can really just know the levity behind whatever record that you guys are doing. I mean, I want to know everything that, you know, I'm a part of out there, right? Let me see. What's up? Welcome back, Wes. What's up? What do you say? You said is bare bones. He's looking to add more to it, right? So, like, listen, man, I'm just, you know, like, it's up to you whether or not you want to try to have that inspiration before an artist hops on it, right? Because we can still do that. You can, like, all right, I'm gonna end this section, I'm gonna change it to live drums, have somebody come to the studio, you know what I'm saying? Have a section with violins or whatever, right? It's up to you to really think about those parts. And I feel like it does work both ways, because the artists may get more inspired to do something different in those sections, right? They go, oh, I like that melody right there that the violins are doing. Let me, you know, kind of go ham with it or whatnot. So y'all just gotta figure out that thing. You know what I'm saying? He said, whoa there, pal. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Brothers, be patient. Let me see. From brother to another, you know what I'm saying? Play the next song. You gotta be patient, man. Like, I give everybody a detailed and vast review, including when yours comes up. We'll be doing the same thing, but just be patient, or else, I mean, you just won't be playing.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Alright, let's see who we got next. Wicked. Let me jump this over here. You sent a YouTube. Let me close these other 3 windows.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it.
Yeah, but show other artists respect when we are in the middle of reviewing their record, just as you want yours. Because imagine somebody saying that about your shit. We got Wicked by FOMO. 1 in 10, any non-feedback is welcome on this. Give your thoughts.
That's wicked. Everything I do, niggas know I'm gonna bang. Nigga, that's wicked. Niggas is going insane and all in the brain. Nigga, that's wicked. Niggas know what I'ma do. I'ma just bang. Nigga, that's wicked. Niggas know I'm gonna go insane. Nigga, that's ain't no way I can't go for that. You at the top, but your heart ain't wet. Is that pussy niggas wanna battle, better step back. I'm the realest in the game. Don't you dare to act like. Hit you with the black tat right at your back. I would never lack. LES is what I'm at, and you know that's a fact, cause you know that I'm black. Got my mind on the stacks, bowling hard, stacking big, but never looking back. I did it every for the heat, these snakes in the glass. Take sense out my throat, but I'm about to outlast. Got the vibe, it's alive, I'm in the king, got this grind. All you fake ass niggas stay behind, I'm one of a kind. Nigga, I'm wicked. I'm out here with the real ones, thug life, living hard. I tote real guns, niggas come to one drum, but they don't want the heat. Catch me right into your block, spinning on VP. I'm riding through the block, whole crew on deck. Catch me flexing like I'm next level, showing disrespect. Pussy niggas wanna pull triggers, but they just a vision. Talking big, but they playing in these fucking kitty switches. I'm wicked.
And it's only 1 minute and 16 seconds. Bruh, I don't understand this, man. I could have heard J. Cole on that featuring Twista, maybe Crazy Bone, maybe even Mystical. It has a flair to it that I think we could hear, you know, quite a few artists and stuff like that. I love that beat though, right? Your energy to it was fairly decent. You got in there, you know, aggressively switched it up a few times, which we appreciate. And like for me, again, if I hear a beat that I really like, even if that's all the producer made, like again, I'm an engineer, I'm a producer as well. I also obviously rap, but I'm gonna just extend it. I'm gonna extend it or make more, flip it, add more drums. I'm gonna make sure that, you know, I get to spend more time with the beat, the people who potentially, you know, like what I'm doing to it, and or what about the features? What about the potential features that we can get on something, even a simple kind of open verse, you know, scenario that you can really allow people to tag along with, right? If you guys aren't doing that just yet when it comes to like TikTok, IG, Facebook, you know what I'm saying, any of the platforms that let people kind of duet with other content, if you aren't allowing that to be done with some of y'all, you know, biggest records and records that people rock with, and just doing some kind of open verse challenge, I think you're missing out on a level of free marketing and promotion. Everybody loves a challenge. Everybody loves to feel like they're a part of something. And then also, if they know, guarantee that you're also checking those out, right? Like when they go and they do their verse or whatnot, and then they post it to their you know, TikTok, you know, if they see you doing a reaction to theirs, then, you know what I'm saying, everybody else will, you know, probably tap in a little bit more to, like, you know, they love to be a part of stuff. And then, you know, you can also ask your audience, who should you get on the actual remix or the official record, depending on what you're gonna do. Just let them know. Let me see. We only read the skip line. And stuff like that. When we're in the free line, it does change the trajectory of whatever I would say when people do skip. So do be patient. Let me see. Here's Johnny. What's freaking popping? So let's go. You said I like the change, you know what I'm saying, of cadence. The beat is good for the vibe, but it's a little repetitive on, or in a good way. 7.5. Personally, you know what I'm saying, mixing is easy. It's the mastering that is hard. And well, I mean, I guess it depends on what you're doing, what you're using or whatnot, but like when it comes to mixing of any kind, right? Ultimately, when you have that, what you feel like is a master, just compare and contrast to some of the bigger artists and records out there. Put your stuff on the same playlist as those artists, and you know, basically, you know, when your record comes up, you'll sort of hear a lot of those differences. Like, oh man, my vocals are way too low, or my record is way too loud. Whatever the case, you want to know what everybody else is gonna hear if they were to throw your records in that same playlist, right? If it was to come on, you know, the radio, which I think they'll still do those tests, and if it's not ready yet, they may not make those manual adjustments. So you got to make sure that you know, at the very least, you guys are doing that. I mean, it's the easiest thing to do. What are people gonna hear when they play your record from YouTube on a TV, in that studio monitor, in the car, your different headphones, all that good stuff. What you say? You know what I'm saying? But like Jordan taking that jumper, you know what I'm saying? The fourth, you know what I'm saying? Then you rapping. And I've seen him flow, you know what I'm saying? He does indeed. And Beyonce too. That's why I pursued Solange. And what do you say? My view is cooking nasty. What you say? What you say? You did the best show. What you kept about that bag? Thank you. Thank you. All right, hold on. Let me jump back in this. Give me a second, real quick, cause where the heck is my damn thing? Hold on, man.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
All right, next up, I see. Hold on. As we proceed, BL, you are up. Let me play your SoundCloud link. My friend. Again, y'all know me, man. I'm always gonna want things to be a little bit longer, especially if it's decent, right? Gives you more time to really just impress more. Add those much needed features through that challenge as we proceed. Oh snap. BL with smoke free.
Pull up, you lacking. Roll out that carpet, you acting. Better stop looking at me. Unless you are wanting that smoke, then I'm packing. Bitch, that's free smoke. Hey, yo, why you asking? Your whole crew is some bitches. Y'all ain't ready for action. Y'all are fruity. Let's go watch a movie. Y'all ain't about to shoot me. Saying racist shit, it's no wonder you playing Call of Duty. Got me moody. Call me floopy, cause I always be hawking lookies. Y'all ain't proofread me before you let me in to come cause a nukie. Free smoke. One verse from me will make you see ghosts. Michael might get hit with the rifle, let's see if he floats. Psycho kill his ass with the Bible, then go and read notes. Type to go and pick up your wife and leave her deceased toast. Hope you get deployed, hope your wife leaves you cause your ticket says void. Hope you can't avoid a nade or two when you get destroyed. Little bitch acting up, an iPod kid that's mad as fuck. Thinking that he was edgy, now he's nedgy. Bitch is dead, that's tough. Fuck you around me. Thinking this bitch you gon' miss me. Fuck it, I'm up in the bounty. Homie, your face is just sickening. Yeah, they're pretty boring, right? Yeah, they're pretty goddamn boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's pretty fucking shameful. They simple. Spit a verse to the face and then they dribble. Quit acting like you're tough before I walk up and spray missiles. Nate dimples. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I gotta know. Was your dad a cunt? Your sister slutter? Your mama hoe? You must be fucking nuts. The fuck with ruts? Are you fucking slow? Wait, now that I think about it, little homie, I'ma let it go. Free smoke.
Let me see. So lately we've been on a few journeys with different artists, you know, from the community or whatnot, right? They've come through and sent what's felt like, you know, them in different lanes and, you know, trying out different sectors or whatnot. For Be Ill, this is kind of, you know, one of those or whatnot. If you listen to his voice, he has a real kind of hip hop, you know, centric kind of sound. But when he is on something like this, you know, you would normally hear potentially like a more, you know, trap centric artist on, potentially even something more melodic. It's interesting to see how his style, you know, works within the context of these, because he's not necessarily, you know, rapping faster and, you know, we'll say immediately adhering to the style of, you know, some of the beats, which I kind of appreciate, right? If we hear a tight beat, there are many times where we kind of already know how the artist is going to rap before they even get on, and that's a problem. We should never know how you're going to rap. So every artist should be trying to figure out a different way to attack something, you know, so you can basically adhere to your own brand, right? Again, what is your type beat? In most occasions that, you know, when people hear your voice, they automatically think about, you know, something specific. But not bad. The beat has a, you know, kind of almost, you know, playful or trippy kind of vibe to it. Like a fly just got into that what are my brownies? Let me see, where is the next one? But yeah, big shout out to Be Ill on that one. Yo, what'd you say? You said his song was cool, but I think more crazy surprises and stuff like that. More crazy surprises. Bad baby, no squeezy. Let me see, where is the next as we proceed to jump back in once again.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
Right. Marlon, let's see what you done sent. Let's see what you done sent. Damn it. Damn it, Beavis. I may have to restart the TikTok starting in a second or whatnot. Senzu, you are up.
Booking.com has stays for absolutely anyone. For instance, imagine you're a family of interstellar beings traveling to extend your horizon.
Ad, man. Hold on. Let's get this with Seraphim. Kinda a bit much. Let me know how it sounds to y'all, because I might need to cut it. It's so loud. What you gon' freaking play this to with no crowd? A lot of time people will tell me that I can't even get on the radio or like nothing with no clout. This is way too loud. Way too loud.
Oh, hey.
Why? I mean, that's a perfect example of one of those kind of situations, right? Why it's important to get the right mix. We can't just release anything out there to the public. And thank God for review shows, because you know you do need to test these things out, right? Everything should sit in a nice balanced place where we can hear and appreciate the bass line, we can hear and appreciate every vocal that's potentially on a track, the drum, like we should be able to hear and absolutely love every aspect. But the way that certain things are mixed in here, it does hurt our ears a little bit more than it's supposed to. Even when I was turning it down, I'm like, you know, it's a little bit more of a torture, you know, kind of situation, at least right now. And you know, it's mainly at least a mix, right? I ain't saying nothing about, you know, performance or you know, structure just yet. We're just not able to even go further from that point, you know, due to the sound that you have right now and whatnot, right? The last thing you want to do is for it to be during like a club set or something like that, right? You throw your record to a DJ or something, and they you know, try to throw that on during a set, you know, off the love, and then everybody just looks at them and starts throwing their phones at the booth and shit or whatever. So a little bit more whatnot. Now I do want to let y'all know, if you get a Dorky Don't Play That, you guys are able to get back into the free line one more time. You do gotta wait back in the back of the line again though, you know what I'm saying? But if you get a Dorky Don't Play That, you know, you're pretty much one of the only other people that can get back in the free line. Anything extra will have to be a skip, and you know, getting those sort of like back-to-back skips and stuff like that. But let me see. He said, I can see why people may not like it, but I think it's pretty unique in my opinion. But of course, you know, not all genre of songs are for. No, it's not a genre thing at all. Trust me, it is not a genre thing at all. We play dubstep, EDM, drum and bass, freaking, you know, anything that you can think of in all those adjacent genres. We've played on the show, and we've played good mixed versions of those records. So that's what we're talking about right here. It's just hard to listen to because of the mix. You have a lot of things that are like, you know, to a certain extent, like, you know, the highs are, you know, just a little bit, you know, saying loud and stuff like that. Make sure that you get in there and again listen to the records on different devices. Know what other people are going to hear right next to other records. Literally put this right next to any other like 5, 6, or 10 other records in the industry right now, right? A heavy metal rock record, some R&B, a straight up trap, you know, a drill record, like whatever, but make sure that they're all industry, and then you'll see sort of like what I'm talking about. You have to be able to make sure that everything's balanced, because if all of a sudden your record as opposed to anyone else's just is so loud, we have to adjust the volume. Nobody ever wants to adjust the volume ever. You want to be able to have that song on that you like, crank it up, and then like keep it there, and then hopefully the next song that comes up after that is good as well, so you can keep it at that same volume again. Keep it at that same volume. It doesn't matter what genre it is. We've listened to different radio stations as well as, you know, our mixtapes and playlists, and have those on shuffle. So if things are proper, we don't have to touch that volume knob unless someone's calling us or we're, you know, having a conversation with somebody in the car or whatnot. But if we're by ourselves, right, like you want it to match up in that way. And then let me see, and then there is a genre ton respect. I don't know what that means, but we do play all genres, if that's what you're saying. And what you say, and my song is not a beat, it's classical, there are no lyrics. No, that's cool, that's fine as well. We play music videos and everything or whatnot. You say, okay, I really need to leave my freaking couch. Is that that? You said it's like a taste test. It's very good. Yeah, sleeping right now. And then, but I will help with sound quality. I like that. And then it sounds like we getting a lazy river up on that ship to Titanic. You know what I'm saying? This thing down. It could be never cool. The song was cool. But I think more crazy best friends. I think we were talking about that last one. All right, we should be able to get back into the free line once again. Hello.
It means you're safer sitting here. Okay.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie.
Commercials! They'll corrupt your mind! Bad commercials! Bad commercials! Are you completely out of your mind? There's too much violence on TV!
Alright, hold there. There. We have next. If you're new to the show,
please send your records to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com or get ready to die. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, we're in the free line still, so I appreciate y'all patience while we roll up. We now have Lone Star with Hustler Mentality.
Now they call me the man.
Good luck.
All I do is just stick to the plan. Yeah, bitch, it's a hustle mentality. Hey, I do what I want, they do what they can. I leveled up, now they call me the man. They used to hate on me when I was broke. All I do is just stick to the plan. Bitch, it's a hustle mentality. Yeah, bitch, it's a hustle mentality. I do what I want, they do what they can. I leveled up, now they call me the man. They used to hate on me when I was broke. All I did was just stick to the plan. Bitch, it's a hustle mentality. Yeah, bitch, it's a hustle mentality. Look myself in the mirror, say you was the realest. You been counted out too many times. Go to war with whoever, that means whoever. If I love you and that means it's going down. For a scar that I got, I'ma hold it down. Can't swim in that water, you gonna drown. I used to break bread, man, shit, niggas were fed. If you really my dog, you would know that now. Ain't nothing less than phenomenal. Lay that bitch down like some dominoes. Get to that money, you vominos. Street smart, but I never made honor roll. Many rap niggas comical. Make a few records, then pine your gold. I'm on your ass like your mama know. Make that bitch jump like Geronimo. Lone Star Stunner, he a whole nother animal. Ain't that an ammo though? I'ma go hard for the ones that doubted and added me. Yeah, this shit kinda rattled me. Went from nothing to something, kept stacking my money. That's a hustle mentality. I done been too far, now I can't go back. Roll a kush jamming on some Bobby Womack. Fuck around and get stomped down like a dough man. If you looking for me, you can find me with a dough at. I know what I want, they do what they can. I leveled up, now they call me the man. They used to hate on me when I was broke. All I did was just stick to the plan. Bitch, it's a hustle mentality. Yeah, bitch, it's a hustle mentality. I do what I want, they do what they can. I leveled up, now they call me the man. They used to hate on me when I was broke. All I did was just stick to the plan. Bitch, it's a hustle mentality. Yeah, bitch, it's a hustle mentality. Hustle mentality.
Hustle mentality, alternate freaking reality. I don't know why you would smile at me all of the time when I also don't even know what to do. But you know what, I will throw the beat freaking inside of the trash. Freaking like a lot of times you would be hearing this song and you probably would think it was ass. But this shit you got on this shit and you smash. The beat and shit is cool, freaking I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, but I'll eat this shit. A lot of the times I want to be able to freaking go out on Halloween so I can trick or treat and shit. Listen, I like this right here. It is a little short.
Leveled up, now they call me when that mean it's going down. You never made out of the atom to get stomped, get you some hustle mentality.
Okay, so overall, I think the chorus is catchy, man. I think that's gonna bring, you know, people into the song, and definitely be that record that they can, you know, ride to. Any hustler out there, this is gonna be their theme song for sure. Everybody's always looking for that good theme song that they could, you know, utilize for just them just being them, you know, going around doing they thing or whatnot. So I feel like this is there. You kept the energy, you know, up and whatnot. Went throughout the verse. There's always gonna be that part of me that's gonna want at least one more verse from y'all, just so it doesn't feel like you're only giving us like a demonstration. And again, I will argue that the only people who are okay with any song being short are the people who don't really like your song in the first place, right? Because if you love it, you want to stay in it. You want to see another. You want to see what they can do. You want to see whoever else they also co-sign to be on the record with them to go in and do something or whatnot, right? This is another perfect one for that sort of, you know, open verse kind of like challenge, seeing what different people, you know, would do within there. You already give us a great, you know, chorus and something to really pull from that. And you know, I'd be interested to see what it is. But yeah, so what do you guys think about that? Do you feel like you guys can see a potential video to that? Something typical, you know, riding around the block. Oh my gosh, man. Hold on, I might restart this anyways. Hold on. Appreciate that, me and Cat, man. You know what I'm saying? I love this part of the show when I'm just freestyling, man. Listen, it's the 100 mentality. So yeah, one more verse, at least in my opinion. In my opinion, one more verse, and you are there. Imagine adding a female artist to that too.
Yeah,
I don't know who that would be. All of a sudden I turned into Trina and shit. Let's see who we got. Mac Fresco. Okay, man. Let's see what you got, man. Shit. Mac Fresco in this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Mac Fresco. You can be over there on the I'm just kidding. Let's see, Mac.
Wait.
No, I'm here waiting for nothing, girl. You can't just be popping up in my show like that. This one is called Come Back to Me. Come back to me. Matter of fact, you know what? When it comes to No Limit, do you want masterpiece? Or when it comes to making a dope record, like will it be a masterpiece? And also every time you got the master.
You know I see you, baby. Gucci on the lens, top shelf habits. Plus you push the AMG Benz. This a fresco, let me paint the picture. I'm trying to bend ends with ya, be more than friends with ya. Cherry red lipstick plus your hips thick. Your ex nigga, he ain't know what he had. Now he at the pad looking all sad, so crazy. Punching air, screaming out, baby. Baby, don't go. Baby, baby, baby. Oh, baby, don't go. Baby,
he was like fire. To that last one.
What with that though? Everybody like wanna freaking send in their track though. Freaking, you know, it's a lot of
the only one,
had a real
girl, you know it's you. This a life when a real nigga notice you. You the type of woman I play Earth, Wind and Fire for. You the type of woman I cook and burn ties for. Saying you a boss chick, well baby you should hire more. Put some game in her ear, now she desire more. Since she met a nigga, her fingers never touched the door. Since she met a nigga, her panties stay on the floor. Baby got that wet, gotta put a towel down. Napkin tied around my neck, baby watch me chow down. I ain't giving no slack. Hit it from the back, make it clap while opposites attract. I'm like, where you going, love? Baby, baby.
I like that beat.
Oh, baby, don't go. Baby,
still waiting. You don't like this song and you still hating. If you still up in that freaking chat right now and you ain't write down a freaking rap, then you still patient. Gotta make sure freaking like if you get up on a track like this, dog, you still say shit. And I don't even know like if I had a game that I didn't like in the first hour, like would I still play it? I probably like would still. A lot of times people also want to be able to write the wheel of whatever they freaking have. I'm about to say shit on the make all you freaking laugh. Like when it comes to people who want to get on the, let me stop. I do like that beat though. That beat. So, here's my thing. I liked how you rapped to this beat. I like your voice to this very specific production or whatnot. A little bit of a vibe, something chill. I feel like we could see a little bit of a video, you know, kind of figure into that. The chorus sections, right? I'm assuming you're considering those just more like
breaks than an actual chorus kind of situation, right? You're just taking, let me take a break before I come back, continue the verse, you know what I'm saying? Or you know, look at them as, you know, different verses within. In my opinion, I always recommend making sure that you still create something that you can say along with whatever chorus might be happening, right? You know, just so you know what you would do as you were on stage, right? What are you gonna do? You're gonna talk shit in between those parts and stuff like that, right? You know, speak on a little bit more before you get into the next, you know, verse kind of thing. Having a chorus that you can say in between the chorus that is there, whatnot, like just a few rap parts that you know can happen on the side. It gives you something to do, right? As to not just stand there and then drink water, whatever it may be. I'm always thinking about the presentation, even though some of you guys may not plan to perform everything, right? We are totally aware of that. Sometimes it's just like, let me hear this song. Hey, I rap, I can make music. Look, this is a record I just made. It's very simple at times, but we do want to let you know what we hear, and in case you are thinking about going into those sectors of, you know, again, trying to perform that record, you know, live at you know, some sort of like, you know, event, you know, you want to know how that could potentially look or sound the best. Be prepared for those, you know, scenarios or whatnot. And with that said, the same thing on the record. Well, somebody in the chat earlier had said that, you know, you want to get on the records the same way you would in a live performance. And so, you know, I'm always thinking about that, right? What am I gonna do while the chorus is just playing and stuff like that? Oh, put your hands up, right? Like, hold on, where did it go? Where did it go? I done forgot where I done played it from. I don't know where I would be able to see it from. Right? Hold on. Okay. Baby got that she on the first go let nigga here. Cause I baby, oh baby don't go. Baby. I mean, you guys, he has that. Oh baby don't go. He has that. Okay. He has that, but see, he just stops. He stops at some point. And then it's just there. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna look? Like, just imagine that. That part comes up. Hold on, let me go back again. And let's say if that was me and I'm just performing it.
The only one, girl, you know it's you.
And then now you come in. Listen, what are you gonna do in between those? Why did I pick up another mic when I have one right here? Weird.
Yeah, weird.
He said drink water. Drink water is crazy and stuff like that. Solid 8 also from E, you know what I'm saying? T said sleep. He said this is something I would try to sleep to in a good way and stuff like that. Not bad. It's not a bad comment or whatnot. I know you always gotta specify though, right? Because there's music that's just like you know, there's you saying something's boring, and then there's you being like, no, it's a chill record. It's something that's soothing. I could play this when actually, you know, trying to sleep or whatnot. I am also kind of one of those people that can't sleep to silence. Like I can't remember the last time that I've just like not had something on and it's just been silent. It's always been, you know, music. And for me, like, I can never sleep to like hip hop and shit like that. Like I love it, but it's something that will keep me up because I'll always want to listen to the words and the bars and you know, there's certain energies and stuff like that to it. Unless you have, you know, the right vibes that sort of, you know, sit nicely like within there. Some 420 vibes, you know, at times, you know, maybe freaking cool. That neo soul kind of, you know, sound as well. But you know, R&B, art rock, you know, those things I can definitely you know, knock out to. Let me see what you said. Chicago did it in the building, man. They went out and did it, dog. Ha back in the cups. Whatever they were little in it. A little in. I always think about that. Still waiting for that official video, by the way, man. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you ready to scupperdupulate, you know what I'm saying, that right there. We're gonna jump back into the free line right about now. Shout out to everybody freaking who is tapped into. Joe, what did you say? Players are different than the amateurs, you know what I'm saying? It will be like that. What do you say? Hey man, why you walking people up? What? ABC. And then pretty smooth chorus, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion. But it wasn't a chorus. That was the thing. It's just like there, and then he says a little thing there. Says a little thing there and stuff like that. But you know, be consistent. Just you know, just I don't ever like there to be just like a silence. Because at that point, you're like, up, is the rest of the song a beat? Like you don't know what's going on unless the artist is, you know, still talking, making sure that they're doing their thing. All right, we got Tito Boy. Tito Boy. Featuring you with the song called The Jump. We will see if you make us jump or if we just still want to sit down. Everybody in the chat right now, let me know. Let me know if this song makes you jump or if y'all just sat down the whole time. You gotta make him jump,
it's that B.O.Y. If you down with the bros too, B.O.Y. Kahit saan mapunta din no tito, Pag sinabi walang sabi parang Kiko, Pay the cost, I ain't worried about the loss. Cause coming where I'm from, it turned a fish into a shark. Now living in the dark, that's exactly where you start. It's the only way to really know exactly who you are, Ain't no selling when you gone, my God. Got no feelings and I like my ass. Catch it dripping if you like my sauce. Get a pillin' if you play my squad.
Let me hear from the side to the back to the front. Put us all together, we gon' make this bitch jump. Let me hear from the side to the back to the front. Put us all together, we gon' make this bitch jump. Let me hear from the side to the back to the front. Put us all together, we gon' make this bitch jump. Let me hear from the side to the back to the front. Put us all together, we gon' make this bitch jump. I'm from Cabanatu, New Havency, and that's the Philippines. Where youngins piling up their felonies, they're barely teens. Bellies rumble while they sneak around the jeepney, mark a target like an easy snatch a person, make a dash for. You want that raw? Careful what you ask for. I flip rhymes, yeah, similar to parkour. We top floor, top shelf, top dog, so the opposition looking opposite of hardcore. I want more, that's why I'm putting in the overtime. Never clocking out, we stick it out just like a porcupine. They all behind, I told them all from the get-go. Keep my songs banging like you throwing up your set. Let me hear from the side to the back to the front. Put us all together, we gon' make this bitch jump. Let me hear from the side to the back to the front. Put us all together, we gon' make this bitch jump. Let me hear from the side to the back to the front. Put us all together, we gon' make this bitch jump. Let me hear from the side to the back to the front. Put us all together, we gon' make this bitch jump.
It don't matter which freaking direction. There's a lot of time when you freaking see a good chick, you gon' get an erection. I don't even know what to do with a lot of time. Freaking I'ma be performing with you. Let me get on the set list. A lot of times I don't think you forget this. A lot of times I will always wake up and regret shit. And I don't even think that I'm always going outside with an umbrella at all while I be getting wet, Nick. Alright, let me go over here and hit this clap button. Good job, man. So 2 minutes and 8 seconds. What? That's freaking crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Somehow feels like something that could overall still be complete within its, you know, within its state, but also, right? Also extended if you want. With that extra, you know, feature. With something like this, female rapper would be, you know, definitely decent. I like the mix on it. You can hear that clarity within the vocals. You have an actual chorus within there, so people will appreciate that as well. There's a good energy. Feels like a record that would be perfect for a party club, you know. And I appreciate the actual, you know, rapping within the song. You know, sometimes we hear a record where people get into a club or dance song and you feel like they dumb themselves down, right? Where you can't actually see the actual skill and it's just like, anybody could have done that. But when you come in with a certain level of confidence, you know, you invest in yourself when it comes to, you know, the beats, the mixes, the sounds, you know, you're always one step further to being, you know, that artist that you want to be or whatnot. So
You know, just make sure that the visuals hopefully can match up. You know, do what you want in terms of, you know, the song length. But I'd add just one more for good measure. I mean, like, look, I've basically always said as well that like this generation need to, especially because we're competing with AI artists, producers, and all, we have to show people how much talent that we truly have, and you know, and just give them their money's worth, right? And so you can make a short standard version of a song, and then you can make a extended version, right, that has an extra verse, whether it be from you or somebody else. Put that behind a paywall or only one platform that you want to get people to, and then literally just analyze the data from that. Like, see which version that people tend to rock with more or whatnot, and see if you know, it's sort of like a little bit more worth it or whatnot. But you know, I can say that if you put a few more things behind that same paywall, let's say it be like merch or a physical version, a copy of one of your albums with, you know, signed or something like that, right? Everything's a little bit more worth it at that point, right? You getting in there to take the time to do the extra, you know, song, but then also getting people invested in just you as an artist to want to, oh man, if I get this, or even if they buy the merch, then they get the extended, you know what I'm saying? Like, just have a reason for those things to still exist, and you know, having that little extra time to spend or whatnot. Because I always still think about the radio as well. Some of your records will come on and then go right to another artist song, or perhaps a commercial. The same thing happens when it comes to some of the streaming platforms as well. If they don't have the pro, you know, version or whatnot, if they're just like leisurely listening to some artist and yours comes on, again, it's either going to go right to commercial or just immediately to another artist song or whatnot. So for me, I'm always thinking about what are ways where I can maximize that time that I'm here, in case someone only gets to hear my song once, right? Because it is a possibility. What do you say? You know, said Tito, you know what I'm saying, your song's fire. For real, you know what I'm saying, I love the songs. And then golf over here said, you know what I'm saying, you've been his boy for a while, and so I thought he rocks with it. Let me see. They said good looks. Said intro. Okay, an intro is fine too. Said appreciate the game. Let me see. Yeah, so yeah, intro. Okay, see, intro, not bad for a freaking intro, man. It feels like it would normally be like a full kind of, you know, song and shit like that. Not bad for an intro though. And what did T say? He said, bro, I love that voice you make. You sound like Adam Sandler when he was stuck by the bee in bedtime story and stuff like that. Man, listen, I don't know what voice I make when I make it, you know, they just happen. Come to the show and you get 5 shows in one. That's all I know, you know what I mean? You get 5 shows in one all at once. Come on, my stupid controller fell a lot of time through the all right, let me see, because I gotta check a text in a little bit freaking as well. Let me make sure I follow you. I may restart in a little bit, so give me a momento, en uno momento. Danby, you are up with Sokai. Let's see if you can continue the momentum. You know, like it's a successful episode if we don't have to hit any Dorky Don't Play That. Right?
When these rappers try to make a clever song, no matter what they do, we'll never get along. The COVID now will never share a bong. I've been trying to fix the rap game for the longest. I ain't gonna lie, man, your rap's really garbage. Speak what's on my mind, cause I'm actually honest. You feel this in your eye and your back and your arm check.
this was gonna work. Yes. Perfect. That way. Until what? Hold on, I'm trying to just make sure I can see that text. All right, let me jump into this damn record. I don't even know what button I figured to hit when I did that.
There's a lot of vegan people who don't even know.
Knit dog, you said you hit the skip line. Let me see.
Are you serious?
I got too high today. Probably fuck around and fly away. Fly
Gotcha.
so high, so far away. I try to be brave and plan my next escape. To break free from these chains in which I'm bound. Or lost and found that I'm living in. Perhaps me now, I scream aloud, but no one seems to hear the sound. I'm passing out as I'm floating on these happy clouds. I got too high today. Probably fuck around and fly away. Fly so high, so far away. I try to be brave and plan my next escape. Fly so high, oh, I wanna fly so high. Oh,
you always say you gonna leave it and you gonna hear something else.
Oh, I wanna fly so high. Oh,
sorry.
Just my luck, I'ma spend all my days in pain. Self-destruct, cause I'm afraid of change. When I erupt, I never even take the blame. I feel ashamed sometimes when I hear my name. Fear the flames of hell, but I don't repent. It's hard to tell myself my soul's intent. I cry for help and sell my soul to sin. I fall within and I jump into the hole. I got to let it high today. Around and fly away. Fly so high, so far away. Try to be brave, I plan my next escape. Fly so high, oh, I wanna fly so high. Oh, I wanna fly so high. Oh, I wanna fly so high. Oh, I wanna pretend that I'm someone that you know that I'm not. And I'ma send you the message that I'm still on time. And when it ends, I'm confessing that I've sinned a lot. Oh damn, it gets hot inside the box when you lock. But I'm just a man, I stand here on my own 2 feet. And I collapse when my hand stretches out to me.
Got Knit Dog coming up next.
And the fake, the oldest amnesty keeps enchanting me out of sobriety.
Y'all little people that they ain't gonna lie to me. Y'all don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but there's lots of places where you can't even hide a beat all of the time. But you always be telling me, speaking that don't even know what the hell I'm about to like this. Alright, so honestly, man, I really like this record because so there was a female artist that you know, comes to the show from time to time, and often it feels like she doesn't know what genre that she should, you know, really be a part of, right? Because sometimes she'll try to rap, sometimes she'll try to sing, but she'll never go in the area that she needs to, nor does she, I feel like, rap to the right production, right? And I've always told her, like, you need to get on some like big band stuff, some, you know, something that really allows you to you know, stretch your vocals and do something that feels, you know, real. And then there would be the aspect that it felt like she kind of, you know, freestyled, right? But what I got from you was like what she could be if she worked, you know, a little bit harder on a lot of those, you know, elements or whatnot. So it was giving me a sort of like glimpse into just, again, because I know what, like, there are times where your voice would hit certain places that I would hear because she has a very raspy kind of you know what I'm saying, voice. And you know, like it gave me that sort of aspect of, you know, just potential for a whole nother artist or whatnot. With yours, right, you already know where I'm gonna go with this, right? One thing to see it live with real instruments, you know, in that live setting, and or just simply on a soundtrack, right? There are lots of movies that do take place, you know, in that southern you know, sort of realm that you can literally put a song like this to, and it would be dope, whether it would be the intro or just like, you know, during the, you know, opening of an episode where, you know, a character is driving to some, you know, location or whatever. If you want to put on the next Luke Cage season, assuming they do bring it back, man. Listen, Marvel, come on, bring me back some Luke Cage. I don't know what to do, but your mom is weird. What did he say? It feels just a little bit repetitive, but I really like the vibe. Like the Chop Shop theme thing from Robot. Yep, that's what I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying? I was just having the overall vision to what can be done. And again, any record that you guys have, right? I really want you guys to really be motivated to eventually do that Tiny Desk, you know, kind of scenario, because any of those records, right? Like I'd even argue, like I really do not have never liked the Soulja Boy song. You know, is there's never a record that made me, now I want to listen to even more. Like, no, it's like every time I've tried, I've gone to mixtapes, I've gone to albums, I've gone to the features with the artists that I like, and I just never have felt like Soulja Boy stepped up his game. So for me, right, I still know that potentially seeing him live in a Tiny Desk kind of scenario, I'd probably enjoy that more than any other thing. If it's you rap into the beat and or the record and hearing your vocals come out and all that kind of stuff, you know, I'm never gonna really be as impressed with that because I know how much of a crutch it is. But seeing people perform, Ultimate Test is like, you know, and I've loved like seeing this a little bit more lately, right? When certain artists go to like the radio stations, you know, they'll either have them do like a freestyle to, you know, some, you know, either random beat or a beat that is, you know, industry based, or they'll just let them perform one of their records. And when they do that, right, the best ones are when it's just the instrumental and you are getting to see the real performance from, you know, that artist, them going in there, you know, because we know, trust me, I know it's a job sometimes to remember your lyrics, to remember every single word from every song, you know. But if you do it, if you make sure that you have a lot of those things in the back of your head and then can perform, like, you will always impress. Like we listen on even just the records themselves to see, did they punch in every bar, or did it feel like they wrote everything, got in there, memorized, and performed it or whatnot, right? Every artist should know to go back in at least, like once you're familiar with the record, even if you didn't start off the record like that. I mean, like, even if you punched in and that's how the record is now, you should eventually, when you're basically trying to gear up for performances, you need to know if you're even going to be able to do something like that, you know, with just a live band and going through. Like, that's the ultimate test or whatnot. But give yourself that time and then re-record the record, you know, when you're ready or whatnot. If you don't really feel like your record can resonate with that, by all means, but like, that's at least I see the most professional things. Anyways, we have a skip up right now. We're gonna go ahead and put that in.
Diamonds are the things that you wish that you had, but homie, I'm playing old school games where it's all up for grabs. You know me. I love gold. I love gold. I got a big stick of gold where my thing used to be, just because
Got Knit Dog the Don in the building right now. Hold on. And this one is called The Cloth. It is on Spotify, so if you guys would like to oblige. Come on, bro. What the frick is that? Hold on. How did it do that? Go back in, go back. Come on. All right. Let me fix this right here. Forgot that I could go in here and do it like this, man. All right. Then we should be able to load it up because the Spotify will bring our Spotify over here so everybody can see it and enjoy, man. Oh. Unmute. Hey,
from the original cloth, yeah, called the planet Earth. Killing over anything, I don't see what the fuck it's worth. I'm deeply rooted and rotten, so upon the land. Cause if I ain't got shit, gotta still go wild and go get it. Where I come with it, only if you know really nothing like the old school tactics and mathematics. Strapped to cut static, max but automatic. To get where I'm at with it, game, you had to have it in your bloodline. Naturally and true divine guidance in mind, conservative and sane. 20 to 12, 5 alive and all is well. Nitty G done kicked in your dough. 73rd Blackstone, Gangsta Goon, Master Mac and Hoologist. Even though I'm from Evanston, the North Pole, South End, old school veteran, leader of a new school. If the little homies listening, put down the gap unless you truly have to use that. One shot, one kill, some shit real. Think about your families as you guard your grill. In this world of steel, plenty caps getting peeled. Rise up to your military status. Where you at? I'm the Black Fist Knight, sticking fact. If you want to die quick, try to take my shit. How you coppers getting hit? Put your newspaper clip, original straight from the hip. While I'm reading the script from the lit, grew up with. Plus respect out last cash. I figured out the math, ran 100 yard dash for the 5th grade of my class. I still pave and lead the way. I'm always in my lane, whether in sunshine, blizzard, cold, or through the rain. When it comes to jury, got more than 2 chains. Not talking about or disrespect that brother with the name insane. From the streets we call it in the brain. It even dealt with gang sometime to make some change. Everybody ain't cut off for the same exact thing. Do what you're capable. It's all about staying afloat. Faced with this, that, and others all in the battle. Stay on your ship deck unless you want your shipwreck. I be that soldier first to bomb on you, yes. Regardless to whether or not you're bulletproof vested.
Big jacket in the 10 second, 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 the 10 second. I'm saying, man, there's something in this record. For me, he has that old school sound. He has that old school sound. That I could see also as a one flavor in a group, like a Jurassic 5, a De La Soul. You know, you remind me of an artist from one of those, you know, kind of groups or whatnot. But when it comes to this specific song, right, I've said it once, twice, 3 times and more, and I will continue to say it. You know, I want an album based off this sound, this style, right? I just felt like, you know, I love themes, right? And there aren't a lot of artists who will go in there and really try to figure something out like that with both the records, beats, and the visuals, right? So if you're really able to get in there, put a little bit of effort into you know, some videos as well as, you know, some songs, it'd be interesting to see, you know, what you would do. And sometimes you guys will have some of those kind of records, right, where, you know, it'll be a good idea, something a little bit different, and making that whole album, you know, in that same, you know, energy will be, you know, pretty much one of the best things that you could do. You know, especially when we hear a lot of artists who will from time to time, they make the same stuff, right? It's like one artist will make a song, everybody else will like that style and basically try to make their version of that song, and somebody go 99% close to exactly what we just heard in those other, you know, type of records, and it'll feel like one artist made 300 versions of the same song, right? That gets a little bit old after a while, let alone hearing many of you guys doing, you know, just many of those records, right? We already have one and then got to quadruple that. But yeah, I love themes, so I love to see something come of that. I think I've said also in the past that like potentially hearing like some kind of, you know, chorus themed to the era from you know, like a female artist and stuff like that within there would also be something decent. There's the lyric video aspect as well. So there's a lot of different things that you guys could do and whatnot, but not bad within that. Yeah, that it is for me is the one that I always recommend. Like, hey, show people that one first, and then like go around to other things that you know want to randomly show people. Yeah, and you can, Georgia and Beach, you are next. You can thank NitDog for having us open this Spotify, because your Spotify can now get played as well. Oh my gosh. So thank you. No doubt.
I wish that you could give me some signs.
Back in the free line.
Dream of you tonight. Oh, tonight.
It's called Honestly, I Don't Know.
I will never be alone in this life, because I have a friend who lives in the sky.
So we just say the Commodores.
I wish there was a sunlight. I wish there was a spot where I can sit and talk with you on one-on-one. I wish that you can tell me what is wrong and what is right. I know that we'll be together in another life. I'm sitting here thinking, what is time? And what should I do without you in my life? Honestly, I don't know. But honestly, I don't know. I'm gonna wait for the morning light, and maybe something will come and shine. Honestly, I don't know. But honestly, I don't know. Why is it till at the end of the light where I'm gonna go home tonight? 'Cause these butterflies are coming and they're going so fast. Colors are fading, nothing will ever last. Why I feel scared right now. I'm sure I'm gonna see somehow. These butterflies are coming, they're going so fast. Colors are fading, but something may last. I wish there was a sunlight. I wish there was a spot where I can sit and talk with you on one-on-one. I wish that you can tell me what is wrong and what is right. I know that we'll be together in another life.
Right.
I'm sitting here thinking, what is time? And what should I do without you in my life? Honestly, I don't know. But honestly, I don't know.
Everybody now, we.
I'm gonna wait for the morning light, and maybe something will come and shine. Honestly, I don't know. But honestly, I don't know.
Nice. See? I feel like that's real right there. You got somebody, and you can tell it's like slightly offbeat or something. Chill little vibe at the end. Shoot, I can sleep to this.
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan.
Okay, so listen. Once again, that was Georgian Peach Weiss. Honestly, I don't know. Overall, man, you know what I'm saying? Decent alternative rock, you know, kind of record. It felt like something that would be out there, and like that is the comment that you really want, right? When I'm reviewing your stuff, if it feels like a record that can be out there, that means that, you know, you put your all into, you know, what we're hearing. It feels like something we could already see potentially on a soundtrack, in a moment, in a movie or TV show, whatnot. This is the record, you know, you either play, hold on, let me put that background music on. This is the record that you either play during a love scene, like where they're making love, or the main character is just contemplating, you know, the relationship, what they've been through. Maybe it's just a peaceful drive, you know, home or whatnot, before they get some, you know, terrible news or some good news. Or again, they're just realizing they loved that other character who was their best friend, quote unquote. And as they're driving home, they're daydreaming about, you know, them and just moments that they've had, like throughout the movie and then other things that we haven't seen. Then they're showing that as they're just smiling, you know, kind of driving home. And then by the end of the song, they get there and then, you know, close the door and then have like the conversation, you know, about it potentially. Or the song is still playing by the time, you know, he gets home and is still a part of the music. And then it goes from the conversation into a lovemaking scene. So like you could use it for like all three: the drive home, the freaking getting there, having the conversation, and the love scene all in one, if you time things and cut it, you know, properly or whatnot. Obviously with the time, I didn't close it, did I? The time was 4 minutes and 30. Yeah, that's enough time. 4 minutes and 32 seconds, definitely enough time to have that scene, get on the drive from one location, have those moments, and then you know, kind of end it like that. But not bad and so that. Let me go ahead and see what's up next. What did you say? You know what I'm saying? I love the big, you know what I'm saying? Holy smokes. Yes sir. That is cool. Fits the genre you going for and so like that. Tito said, I'm saying though, right? I'm saying. Are you saying or I'm saying? God, what you think? Yup, God don't think nothing. What do you say? And I think the mix of vocals, you know what I'm saying, complement each other perfectly in this so far. Like, that's another thing. What was I gonna say? Oh, okay. So we'll top this off with, you know, when it's on Spotify, that's another kind of ultimate test right there, right? Some of you guys will just be hearing music overall. You may even forget that I'm playing certain things from Spotify when that is happening. But when it comes to the professional platforms like Spotify, like Apple Music, Pandora, like whatever it may be, you do want the records to have proper mixes and not feel like it's out of place, right? Because again, these are the professional platforms. We have to maintain that aspect of like when we've been able to say, oh, my stuff is on all platforms, go check it out. There was a time where if you knew how to do that, you were cool. Like people thought you took your music serious and they felt a certain way about the people who had their stuff on there, because not everybody knew how to get their stuff on iTunes and Spotify and stuff like that. But also that, like I said, it came with the professional aspect of the music that was being made. There are certain platforms that do, what what is the word I'm looking for? There are certain platforms that do, I guess, screen the records before they go up, and so they probably won't throw them in rotation if it's not mixed properly. So there is still a standard, and then like YouTube is a whole nother thing, because they'll turn the record down almost like 6 dB or more, which will always kind of suck, because if your record is extremely low, like, and there's no way for us to turn it up, you know, that's just as much torture as it being extremely loud. And you know, well, I guess we're able to turn it down in that. Anyways, Jay Grove, we got you.
I said the hardest part of writing a song is the first fucking line, but then it comes right along and I have reason to fly. In this room where time doesn't stop, big fucking zooms and the hand doesn't die. Glows they surround so it filters the sound, but I'm distant from her even though she says I'm right. Trauma has resurfaced, so why this fucking lie? I pretend that my mind is content with this life. The scurv is a name, yeah, I'm stealing these things. Yeah, I stole off the beats, but I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm feeling insane. Cutting down the days till I'm on the fucking tower. Right now I'm driving in the lane. Beat that pussy up till I get on my game. Am I doing enough when I'm busy all day? Teaching this hard, but it is the only way. Can I make an impact without leading them astray? I know times get hard, bitches and pussy and time and God, yeah. I know times get hard, bitches and pussy and time and God, yeah. I know times get hard, bitches and pussy and time and God, yeah. I know times get hard, bitches and pussy and time and God, yeah. Feeling the good, yeah, I'm feeling the pain. Scared I'll do wrong, scared I'll get in the way. Scared I'll do things with more consequences. I'm painting fences and it's never ending. Should I burn these bridges or keep them afloat, or should I hide in my castle surrounded by moat? Should I try all the Xannies or should I try coke? Would you still love me if I left and I go and I travel the world all by myself? Would you still prosper? Would you need my help? Could you just see yourself in a couple of years? Would you cry if I left? Would you cry any tears? I can't see the future without you, my wife, but I'm struggling right now. I'm trying to see light. Patience is key, but I can't feel it tonight. I fear I'll back up before I find my right. I know times get hard, bitches and pussy and time and God, yeah. I know times get hard, bitches and pussy and time and God, yeah. I know times get hard, bitches and pussy and time and God, yeah.
This is like lo-fi kind of.
Times get hard, bitches and pussy and time and God, yeah.
I'm half and half. I'm a little bit half and half with it because A, I do like the vibe, you know, of the beat, sort of, you know, what's going on there, but it does feel like there's a lot going on, right? Sort of like at once. And then you've added this almost kind of lo-fi, like robotic almost, you know, effect, as if like the exposure, it's like if the exposure on a camera, you know, makes things super bright, then like whatever that is audio wise is what it feels like, you know, what's happening. Like it's a light bulb that's just about to freaking, you know, pop. And you know, that may affect things a little bit here and there. Some things just need to be, you know, dialed back and you know, sort of built upon, you know what I'm saying, if that makes sense or whatnot. Like build up as opposed to just having everything be all there at once. Have moments where it's just one section of the sample, and then another one where it's just the bass line, and you know, this and that as it goes throughout there. And then the amount of vocals added, I'm fine with certain things, you know, when it comes to the chorus, because you know, it has that anthem style to a certain extent. And what do you guys think about that? Give your thoughts in the building.
said, I hear this as a background music in a club while they're discussing the smuggling operation. That one right there, my brother.
I said the hardest part of writing a song is the first fucking line, but then it goes right along and I have reason to fly in this room. What time doesn't stop? Big fucking zooms and the hand doesn't die. Glows they surround, so it filters the sound, but I'm distant from her.
Yo, man. I mean, that would be listen, and see. For some of you guys, you have to kind of become a director and then like just do it. Like, you know, find those songs that like if you have those ideas, right? That's what a music supervisor's, you know, job is, like to figure out what is the music that should be in the film and at certain moments. And there are times where it is an actual artist song. Other times it's just the instrumental, and another time it's just gonna be an orchestra and them actually bringing in like Hans Zimmer and stuff like that. So as always, it's always fun to see what everyone's gonna do in those cases. All right, Gibbs, you got the spacey Don Toliver cyberpunk type beat, 90 BPM. What you wanna run? Back up in a free line. Oh shit. Ain't no freaking way I'm gon' quit. There's a lot of time where you hear whack beat, which is the same reason where you make no hits. I don't even know what is happening, but I know that there's people up in the chat who always overreacting when I be like over here. And there are things where they always want to be like, there's no freaking way that you can steer a car with no wheels. But there's a lot of people freaking who are like get too hype and won't chill. I don't even know what is happening, man. You don't even know how to freaking rap at all. You have no skill. Everybody knows that. People know that. I don't know what the hell to do, but I ain't taking Prozac. Also, I wonder wherever they say that if you come through my freaking out, I will stop. But like this, definitely some hardcore. No matter where you go, you can say you cold, but you never eat house of snow. I don't even know what you had about your. I can get up on your freaking beat and spit a flow. You can freaking get up on it fast and spit it slow. Listen, dog, I don't even really know if this is so freaking cool. And you know what, man, Chris is up in control. And I know that I don't even like ever think that I'm swole. Yeah, I told it. People know who the heck that they are gon' get. Also, like, you could try to kick me and probably get your toe split. I don't know what to do, but I freaking told you. I like the fact that these drums do hit hard. You don't have the time when you want to. You don't even know what you're gonna do. Different. And a lot of times I'm telling jokes up in the vegan chat, but half of y'all really ain't get it. I also like wanna tell y'all that ain't shit with freaking y'all know that y'all ain't kissing the paint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, so overall production wise, man, you got in there, you had different sections, you gave us enough time, which is something I always do request from you guys, man. That's 3 minutes and 36 seconds. It's enough for potentially a 3-verse, you know, scenario where an artist can go in there, have a dope, you know, chorus, potentially, you know what I'm saying, a bridge and stuff like that. You know, and or could get features, you know, on there. It's a nice energy as well. And I can see a few different genres, you know, getting on it or whatnot. It really just depends on what each of them do. Yes, you could sing. Yes, you could get you know, just straight a rapper. Fast and slow, it's sort of like in between a tempo where you can you know, change it to your heart's desire and stuff like that. So not bad there. If you ever do get a specific artist on it, you know, come back and send that to the show. Or, right, the age old, if you guys ever find other artists who have hopped on your beat, like many different ones, right? Like, feel free to send those to the show to try to vote on the one that you potentially like most, or, you know, to see what the people think overall as well. Let me see what we got. Tegan, you're up. Formal introduction. You said yours was a composition, basically. Changing it up. What would you want to put this to? Ooh. Or are you doing that Disney type? Yeah.
Santa Claus.
Oh my God, do you know how much Disney would love this? They love this type of
Disney's 25 years of clay. Coming to a theater near you and all Disney parks. On behalf of us here at Disney, we thank you for visiting us over the many, you know what I'm saying? You know, we've been some familiar themes in there. What? 15? Can you actually like compose? Can you conduct like an orchestra to basically? Disney's Peter Pan 3. Lion King 8. Hey, congratulations. Keep it up. I like all the switch ups in here, man. That's what we do expect from classical. If you know, you know. Look, hold on. Before I'm gonna continue real quick, but I wanted to tell the people, right? Like, look, if you know, you know. When it comes to classical music of any kind, musical scores,
you know, they're like a gold mine of sorts, because, you know, when it comes to those of us that have loved to, like, you know, sample and, you know, take sections of certain songs and make them into parts that we can sort of like rap over, like stuff like this, every almost like 4 bars is like completely different or whatnot. And there are times where it changes the mood and it just goes in, like you hear it, you know, right now, whatnot. And I've always just loved the work that goes into really trying to create those. But we'll hold on, let's continue. See, like, we're in space right now, in a dangerous planet potentially. Commander, what are we gonna do? I don't know. We're out of all ammo and food. But all is not lost, for we shall come forth to guide thy sword into yo. Now it's like sneaking through the dungeon.
Wow, these are the caves of Baglaskia, huh?
Yes, all the treasures in the world have been brought here.
What? That's crazy.
Tales of Baglaskia. Man, how do you even get into that mindset? We won, everybody. Here lies all the people who sacrificed their life for us to win. The end. So, as I said, man, you know, for your age, it's pretty amazing what you can do, because a lot of what I was hearing, especially toward the beginning sections, it felt like something Disney would 100% use in their parks right now, in certain movies that they, you know, been putting together. It's just, it's of the brand that, you know, they usually adhere to. And, you know, it almost be dope to see you eventually be able to, you know, be a part of some of that. And even if not them, you know, you can get into scoring pretty much anything, man. This is a genre that, you know, not everybody really knows, you know, how to do and stuff like that, right? Like it's very different. It's not your typical let me, you know, make a beat so somebody can sing or rap to. Like that's not why a movie score is often made. And I'm curious, like, if you're not necessarily picking a scene in a movie or something like that to base some of this on, right? If you're not using inspiration from visuals and like, oh, I need to put something in, you know, this scene or have a theme song for this. If that's not the case, how do you come at a classical record, you know, like this? Like, how do you decide what instruments go where you you know, sort of push things when it's not that same, you know, structure? For you, was it studying other, you know, classical records and sort of like taking influence from that? Like, where do you get your especially at 15, man? Like, how and where do you get your influence for that? You know what I'm saying? Let us know. He was like mad This is said mad. You are mad or whatnot. And what do you say? Yes, sir. I know it's surprising. Yeah, I've been doing this for 3 years in Kentucky. So he's gonna be a concert master soon, which is dope. Said I had no inspiration from visuals. Basically, the process is trial and error. You start off, you know, with the basic lineup of instruments and add or take as needed, man. See, but that's even, and then even that, do you, I guess you have to wait until you get that like full orchestra sort of like playing what you want or whatnot. But like, I mean, it's still an interesting process, right? And it's also something that, you know, like whatever you do when you're working on, you know, different things like this, visually record your process, right? You know, just as a producer, as an artist, when I wasn't an artist and I was just growing up watching everybody else do stuff, the thing that inspired me was always seeing the other artists in the studio or in situations where they were creating the songs that, you know, we grew to know and love, but like for the first, you know, time. And, you know, now more than ever, I think we need that, especially when there's a lot of like AI, you know, sort of aspects, you know, out there or whatnot, when it comes to artists, production, and, you know, stuff like that. So we always need to be able to see you guys, you know, doing your thing. And then especially that moment where you are able to like do it with an actual orchestra and conducting, like we want to see that journey. I want to see that journey from when like, all right, so here's something I'm working on, and, you know, give people a little bit of a sneak peek. And when we finally hear the like complete versions of different things, it means that much more, right? Because we got to see you do it. Sometimes, you know, be there if it's like you going live while you know, trying to compose and stuff like that. But it's always dope to see what's up. What do you say? I've never had an orchestra play myself before. Hey, but I'm sure that's the goal, right? That is, well, okay, so 2 options, right? I mean, well, not that you only have 2 options, but what I'm saying, oh, you have to send it to my email. What was I gonna say? So if you had the choice to have one of 2 happen first, right? Either you being able to like, you know, play in concert with an orchestra, basically, you know, playing your stuff, or would you rather score a major like motion picture, you know, kind of thing? Again, something from anybody, right? It could be something Marvel, DC, you know, Disney, and even that, like what would be your sort of like dream job in that kind of, you know, case or whatnot, if you could score for something? Very interested in that to see what happened. Yeah, send that Kyle to my email.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
All right, we're gonna jump back into the free line as well. Got lots of artists and producers that sent into the show as well. Oh my gosh, bro. Reezy V, we got you. Ayo, 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 ayo. I know. Yeah. Called every day.
Yeah. It's Reezy. It's done. Feel like every day I'm dealing with a new problem.
Keep it up, never give up.
Every day I deal with a new problem. I'm gaining money but losing sleep. All fucked up, be wanting to cry, but don't show emotion, I think that is weak. How the fuck niggas start moving weird? They started to change, they saying it's me. I had to cut people off of my circle, not just friends but family. I stopped drinking for months, I was getting right, getting shit together. For me to be back, doing the same old shit, when I know that I know better. Cold-hearted, I sleep with a sweater. Pop a pill cause I'm numbing the pain. Introverted but everyone know me, still adjusting to having a name. I remember when I was a nobody, now I'm lit, they don't treat me the same. Everybody always want a handout. Can I have this? Can I have that? If you asking questions, then I gotta ask. Can I have peace? Should I move tech? I've been done wrong, my heart turned black. So light up, smoke a few packs. I'm constantly running. I'm running as fast as I can. Running from all of my problems and my insecurities. It's hard for me to be a man. Where do I go when shit hits the fan? I have a plan, this plane gon' land. I'm independent, invest in myself. My revenue can't go to Uncle Sam. These niggas can't stop me, no they won't. Stop saying you feel me, no you don't. You know how it feel to be on top of the world. Have it all, they go broke. Don't fuck with the internet, it's just jokes. Man, I was online, that's how I cope. I get love from the people that matter. I go to the hood, it's like I'm a pope. Every day I deal with a new problem. I'm gaining money but losing sleep. All fucked up, be wanting to cry, but don't show emotion, I think that is weak. How the fuck niggas start moving weird? They started to change, they saying it's me. I had to cut people off of my circle, not just friends but family.
I had to cut people into my circle. I don't know what to do, but to face it, that purple.
I don't know what's happening. Let me go in. That was okay. Chill. Your mix was actually pretty clean on the vocals. Like we could hear everything that you were saying. I'm always afraid of you guys getting overpowered by, you know, your beat and certain elements and stuff like that. See the genre, the energy is okay. There's always gonna be that part of people that are gonna want you to be a little bit more aggressive and, you know, as opposed to sort of deadpanned. You know, within the energy, and you know, it's about 2 minutes, so there's that. It's all up to y'all if y'all want artists to be able to extend stuff. Like, we gotta make artists work these days, man. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all thing, do your thing, do it. Alright, we got Bats Fab to W. What? I don't even know. Like, if I'ma leave it though, speaking open or I leave it closed, there's a lot of time where I don't even know where to even go.
Yeah.
Not again. Every time, bro. Every time, man. You get me? You got me. I should just have, I need to have a button that just, you know, signifies when you got, like, he has sent that same, all of a sudden switches into that, like, whatever this is. And then I gotta go.
Out of here, come on! I hate you! Get out of here! Get out, I hate you! I hate you, Bilbo, I hate you! I'll miss you.
Oh my gosh, man. I mean, what more can I say, man? What more can I say? Meme music is not real. It's not real, man. It just is. It's not a real brand. I mean, what's worse? What is worse, AI or that? Probably that, you know, for sure, because at least AI is just trying to make what it is mimicking as a good song and stuff, you know, in most cases. But with that, it's straight for the what the hell, you know, reaction. And it's more, I remember the first time you sent that to the show, I just said, you know, if anxiety was a song, or you know, whatever, that moment of when you trying to stealth sneak around some level in some game, and then everybody sees you at once and stuff, and you just start panicking, like, that is the music that plays there, at least in my opinion. Again, I want to see you, like, I challenge you to make a real record with that, you know, figure out a way to make a real record that we can like and enjoy in that context or whatnot. Other than that, you gotta go back. All right, Grandmaster Radamis.
Joining us on this episode are
Here's Johnny. Here's Johnny. Let me see what's up. This thing won't let me move this. Guess I can move that there. But it will be the same. Hold on, because I wanted to change TikTok. I'm gonna be right back. Hold on. Wait a second. Come on, bro. Oh, what would that do? Let me see. Only one way to find out. Only one way to find out. I don't even know. Let me see. No, yeah, I'll be right back. So I can make sure that I get this. Honestly, don't know how well, you know what, we'll figure it out. Oh, anyways. Let's see. Here's Johnny. See if this is one that I've heard from you, or
you ain't got no hustle in you. What? You ain't got no muscle in you either. Tear your muscle tissue. There ain't shit to discuss with you. What's the issue? Buzzing you must be used to your cousins fussing with you. I connect with the dead. I disconnect your head like a broken part of Lego set. Show respect instead. Darkness appear, gray stone face. Gal for your paper chase. Don't get erased. Nothing your bitch's face. Disrespect your bed. I leave your body stinking rotten like a mound of jelly. Executing Israeli soldier smoother than Fonzarelli. When I splash upon the scene, man, I'll do it loudly. Violate me and get tossed in an oven probably. Anything you did, dog, I probably did it first. I spit a rhyme that's sublime, fatter than the whole universe. There ain't a motherfucker that can threaten me, bitch, make a decision. I got an explosive temper, similar to nuclear fission. Harder than the Buru and Tiamat when they made a collision. Start making some hot shit, quit faking and dissing. I'm a macroversal monster, similar to it. You stink, you're soft and lukewarm, similar to shit.
I don't like that bouncy shit. Y'all can bounce up on my dick, grab a ball and slap some spit. Not as long you been doing this. Dumb as fuck you duplicates. Stupid shit, computer chip, chocolate chip, you Cocoa Chris, whack ass name, YOLO solo. Ultra sideways, I just go on and on. Promo Dolo, solo Han, Chewbacca strong, Boba Fett cheesy, crumble. Dope as who? I make you humble. Break your back like iron sheet. Camel clutch pearls that shouldn't speak. Grown folk talk, outline the chalk. Body beat, some animal hawk. Doomsday device, if I said it twice, that's one too many. Pick any Kenny, Powers, Loggins, Rogers, I'm dogging. Let Snoopy Nate send demonstrate. Demonstrative demonic speed. Thoughts travel as I make it last. Feed and feed, plant the seed. Make them sick, need drama mean. You know exactly what I mean. That's a common theme. Keep vomiting, keep vomiting, keep vomiting.
Hail my death and destruction. Step in the oven till your flesh is crumbling. Leave your head with concussions. Pressing the button, dissecting your front end. The gun, what I turn your chest into chunks with. Invested in busting, keep the hammer near. 211 can of beer. Coke white like Santa's beard. Leave a fiend's nose red like Santa's deer. Hand to the wheel, each handle steer. Talking beef, but couldn't handle steer. Pearl handle, leave your panel pierced. Each element has a ring to it like a planeteer. Abandon fear, no time to panic here. Only hold the hand, cannon dear. Corruption something I can't stand to hear. Teleport to a planet near. I can't stand it here. Get chained to the ceiling like a chandelier. It's fucking Johnny.
Listen, man, I cannot. There's a lot of freaking people who know that I am hot. Also, freaking, I don't even know what is happening. But if you don't like my raps, then I'ma hit you with a damn rock. Also, Shamrock freaking with your bad rock, the bad drop, bad jabber, with the dead rock. Man, listen.
Pressing the button, dissecting your front end. Hand to the wheel, each
Planeteer line.
We're the Planeteers. You can live one too. Cause saving our planet is the thing to do. Living and believing, and that's the way.
Let's see. Overall, I like that beat. I think mostly, what was it like? This was it the second artist or something like that? The artist that came before you, I really was not feeling how he was approaching his verse. It's like I liked the lines, but it just felt like he wasn't really trying to, you know, properly perform it or whatnot, right? And, you know, listen, I know that from time to time there are artists who think that you know, the words are the most important thing, you know, of a record. Like it is. The words are the first line of defense, but how you say those words is important as well. Because you could have your stuff written by the best artist on the planet, but if you don't know how to rap it right, where it has, you know, a good cadence, is sort of like fun to hear you do it and stuff like that, you know, it falls out the door in a way. Right now, if people are in class just chilling right next to you and you're just like, hey, listen to this, and you just like randomly rap your shit in that same way, you know what I mean, then like there's a smaller level of entertainment to that. But on the beat, like, you gotta rock that shit. That's my opinion or whatnot. And of course, like, because I always look at what Here's Johnny does to any track that he is on, right? He is that artist that I feel like every other artist on the same track needs to listen to first and catch the influence and just want to live up to, you know, the standards of or whatnot, because his energy is always on point. I feel like he is always trying. He's never like dropping the ball when it comes to how he raps on a beat. And it's always, again, it's rare when you have an artist that you can't wait to see on many different beats, because you just know how, like, they're gonna love whatever it is that they're hopping on, and they're gonna attack it in a specific way. So to see what bars are inspired by, you know, different things, I mean, that's the business right there, whatnot, right? I love the production, you know, pretty much. I love what you do. I mean, there's this part of me that's like, should he make versions of all of the songs that he's been on, and in some cases the last verse on those songs? Should he make versions where he switches, you know, places and he's, you know, the first? You know, I guess it depends on the context that you're letting people, you know, hear stuff in, because there will be times where some don't make it to the end and they don't even know who is at the end, who is potentially worth going through or not. And so, you know, you got to be careful. Big salute. Dork Squad, what up, slanging? Slanging parts back in the car. 2 hours later. Let me go back into the line again, ladies and gentlemen, as we proceed to give you what you need. What do you say? I'm saying he said that's between him and God. Yo, man. And then, you know what I'm saying, he said, but I hear you and understand where you're coming from. Listen, I mean, you are the standard, bro. You were the standard, because like you I feel like you eat beats. You eat beats. All right? Like, if an artist is a dog of any sort, right? You're a pit bull, you're a Rottweiler, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're ready at the drop of a hat. You let the leash freaking go and you're gonna go ham on any production, right? That's what we want every artist to do. We don't want to feel like they're just kind of doing whatever, whether it's just freestyling, freaking, you know, just like not trying to come up with the best bars, and making sure that they're saying it in a proper way, you know, as well. Like, we just really want to feel like you're enjoying yourself on a track, and then hopefully it matches up in a way where we are also enjoying ourselves as well. You know that, right? And so there's this aspect of, you know, again, just everyone else needing to follow, and we never know the scenarios, right? In what order does any amount of artists get on a song? All I know is everyone's gonna come at it different depending on what they hear. If you have no chorus and it's just a beat, right? Like, you may all have different styles and like records that you essentially like getting into and stuff like that. Again, I'm always very weird, geeky, funny, dorky. Like I always love to get in there about like Star Wars video game shit or whatnot. I'll still try to feed in some of those kind of lines to other records that I do on, you know, other artists freaking stuff or whatnot, but I like to also adapt to whatever other record that I'm hopping in, while also completely still being myself or whatnot. You hear any of the features that I do, and you know, you can always tell that I am, you know, completely myself. I'm not dumbing myself down, you know, ever. Otherwise, I'm gonna go back in and redo whatever it is, man. What do you say? You know what I'm saying? Thank you for your continued support. No doubt. Same here. You're saying they are delicious. I love the right, you know what I'm saying, best. Yes, sir, man. I'm saying right beats. What do you say? You know what I'm saying? Been a bit, my bad, working a lot, man. Listen, I know that. Alright, let me jump in here. There's a lot of vegan people jump around. There's a lot of vegan people on the ground. Elias, what, map 2?
Petit, je rêvais d'être président, maintenant de la haine présidentielle. Pas né en zone résidentielle, quand je match, je m'en remets au ciel. Vous me connaissez après, je suis balle, viens voir si t'as besoin de tal. Je défends les mains comme Tolisso, j'entends quand pas y'a policia. Je veux une bad bitch comme Ronicia, on a des compètes comme Azarzis. Y'a pas qu'on ils sont éteints, et c'est des traites comme pétard. Je la touche pas, la selle c'est une catin. Elle veut qu'on fuck pour son Bottega Veneta. Intérieur noir, je suis dans le gamos all black. Je laisse la tête de l'avocat, il est pâle comme la coca. Elle veut qu'on fuck pour son Bottega Veneta. Intérieur noir, je suis dans le gamos all black. Je laisse la tête de l'avocat, il est pâle comme la coca. Quand ça rouille, c'est pas full frère. Bas les couilles, tout ce qu'on touche, on les coule frère. Ça en pèse dans la caisse, des mains dans la vigilante. Je mets 2 mains sur le volant. J'suis dans l'illicite, mauvais train de vie. Ce soir j'rentre pas, maman m'attend pas. J'ai des idées noires, j'suis dans le sale boy. T'as même pas idée de tout ce qu'on a fait pour avoir billet. J'remplis la mallette, c'est pas des faits. Elle est au fuck pour son Bottega Veneta. Intérieur noir, j'suis dans le gamos all black. J'laisse la tête de l'avocat, il est pâle comme la coca. Elle veut qu'on fuck pour son Bottega Veneta. Intérieur noir, j'suis dans le gamos all black. J'laisse la tête de l'avocat, il est pâle comme la coca.
It's a Ricky Ricardo listening to a freaking record right now from Difa and Gato. All of y'all freaking know we could just not go to the host though, and we freaking are not though. Said Virgo season indeed. Thank you for the sub, Taylor. What you guys think about that record right there? Like, listen, 1 minute and 51 seconds, you know, to a certain extent, it would be short by certain standards. You know, we definitely want to be able to get a full song if you're intending on putting that on the radio. And so whether you add a feature or just simply get on there yourself and switch it up, I think that would be decent. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to understand in completion the lyrics, right? Because I don't speak the language. But what we are able to still hear, even when it's in, you know, a different, you know, language and or lingo, is like the cadence, right? Does it feel like a record that would be out there if we could understand it? And I think the answer is, you know, yes or whatnot. Now, knowing what's said is still always going to be important, right? Because if the words are right, you know, people can relate to it. It's their theme song. They put it on when they're, you know, on a high-speed chase or whatever they trying to do to something like that or whatnot, right? You have a piano-centric piece of production on that as well.
Résidentielle, pas né en zone résidentielle. Quand je match, je m'en remets au ciel. Vous me connaissez après, je suis balle. Viens voir si t'as besoin de ta.
You know what I'm saying? Which is also dope because if you can play the piano yourself or get somebody else to play the piano and then perform that live, people you know, flip. Obviously more time is always going to be better, but you know, let's say you also did a slower version of that song, right? When you have the freedom to do it live, like you literally could have them play it slower. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how that sounds real quick.
Petit, je rêvais d'être président, maintenant la S présidentielle, pas né en zone résidentielle. Quand je fais mal, je m'en remets au ciel. Vous me connaissez, après je suis balle. Viens voir si t'as besoin de tal. Défends les mains comme policier. J'entends quand baille à policier. J'ai une babite comme Ronissa. On a des compètes comme.
See, y'all just gotta sometimes like have that insight to like even want to remix your own songs in different ways or whatnot, right? Because it could be a remix. You can get another producer, go in, take your vocals, do something like that, simple. But also just imagine that live, right? Where you have that piano and you know what I'm saying, going ham, and then you are, of course, you know, singing. Now I will always remind you, right? What do people like? What do people hate when it comes to live performances, right? Do not rap or sing to your vocals. If we hear you and your vocals in the air at the same time, it feels weird. Like we would prefer any extra vocal that we hear be from another backup singer or somebody that you have on stage, you know what I'm saying, with you and stuff like that. Other than that, we really just we go to live performances to actually see that. We've heard the record in most cases, right? For the people who haven't, yes, they're gonna hear you for the first time. You're gonna want things to sound properly, but you're also gonna want to impress. What people are mostly impressed with are artists who know their songs and can actually perform them with, you know, very minimal or whatnot. You guys should literally know your songs enough for someone to be like, you know what? Let me change the beat completely, and you still be able to perform everything that you know we're gonna do. Or again, change the speed at different, you know, sections, and you know, just throw it into different modes. That is what is truly going to, you know, show people what you guys can do out there. So just always make plans for that eventually, right? Chelino, welcome back, my brother. When you said going ham sounds, you know, saying non-kosher and stuff like that. Oh, you gave it a -1. You were like, nah, fam. Listen. But like you said that though. 8 and she. Oh, he said 8 mad shit. You know what I'm saying? A said, and you said AI would do better. Were you talking about this one or the last one? I don't think that sounded AI. You know, but yeah, give me your thoughts. Solid 7, short, but dude went in. Yeah, see, like that's why we gotta figure out what was said. I do not even know what's said. I don't know what is in my head. I always want to go to bed. Like we don't know what's in there, man.
Mommy, I don't know what's being said.
All right, let's jump back into the free line. Ladies and gentlemen, and then your uncle. Let me see. Am I still able to get this? Fortunate St. Clair,
Excuse me, mister. Do you like to eat chocolate and cheese?
Yes.
Yes, your boy Fortunate St. Clair. Yeah. She been ice skating, dog. You don't know where she at, bro. North Alabama, stand up. Yeah. She been ice skating. She so geeky, she can't blink. Yeah, she been ice skating. She roll around that roller ring. Yeah, she been ice skating. She ice skating. Yeah. But I don't know why she hating. Cause I got this bitch at my crib and dog, yeah, she been ice skating. It's the same shit that she did last night.
I don't like this mix.
Some of them are right. Yeah, don't be going through my shit. Why you going through my club? No,
I think I gave you a good amount of time within this.
I think that I'm the only dork here who's laid in a brain. I gotta ask my freaking doctor what it takes to be strange. I will hit you fucking rappers in the face with a cane while you on a fucking train watching snakes on a plane. I don't know what the hell happened.
Where's the
so with this one, listen, first off, the mix, right? Again, we have to have everything balanced in a way where we can really truly enjoy the performance of whatever you are doing. That is first and foremost. So when you do maybe too many layers or beat is too loud, this and that, it will kind of clash with each other. It'll just feel like too much is going on, and it won't sound better in like an even better like sound system. It'll sound worse. Like you're gonna mess up people's speakers in some of those occasions. I'll also say that like the layers, right? We do like when you do doubles, mainly when it comes to I think like choruses. And like my go-to is in terms of a chorus, right? There'll be some where you can have a solo vocal somewhere, but primarily you want to have vocals that spread out. So you do the 3, right? For the choruses mainly, right? Sort of the 3, pan 2 to the left and the right. One of them, you know what I'm saying, leave like right in the middle. Don't touch it in terms of like, you know, direction. And then make sure you cut down a little bit the other 2 that were added that are, you know, for the left and the right. Anything extra that you also add, you know, if it's a different tone or something like that for harmonization, same thing, cut those down a little bit more. But when it comes to the verses, you want to do ins and outs as opposed to doubles, right? It really depends on what type of song anybody is making. Like if you're trying to make an anthem type record, then you know when it comes to all the doubles, that's what we will usually hear in songs, you know, like that. But if it is, you know, a standard, you care about the words that you're saying within there, and you know, like think about it like this. The simplest way I've ever been able to put it is like if you're hype man, right? If you bring your homie on stage with you and they're your hype man, their job is to basically rap the most important words of your song and stuff like that, right? So you'll be saying a line, and then they're supposed to say like every last 3 words or whatnot. That's also what your ins and outs should be doing. They're basically supposed to take place of, if you did have a hype man and they were to rap with you, what are the parts that you would want them or the crowd to say? And I feel like when you realize that, and then you go into your verses, if you like have that double there, it's literally like having your hype man rap everything with you at the same time. And at that point, if people have never heard you, they're gonna be like, well, which one of you are the artist? You know what I mean? So, you know, dial it back a little bit in certain areas. It's only 1 record from you or whatnot, so I always like to believe that every artist does have a record out there that is, you know, the best one to like introduce people to, you know, from the jump, and then you know, go from there. Let me see, Kyle, we got yours, but we don't play Apple Music links, so we're gonna have to see if it's on YouTube or something. Let me figure free wop fop, like let me free wop, let me figure free wop fop, like let me free wop, let me figure free wop fop, let me free wop, let me figure free wop fop, let me figure free wop fop, let me free wop, let me figure free wop fop, let me free wop. Let me see, Kyle Malik with Ceremony. I think I found it, man. I'm astounded. I know I found shit.
At Wells Fargo, we get it.
At Wells Fargo, we get it, huh? Did you get the fact that you are weird? All right, let me drop. Drop. Let me stop. I gotta wait for it to actually happen.
Ay, cool breeze in the summertime.
Like, I don't know about that, man.
Top down, baby, we in Mo City. Trying to take you where you wanna go. Do the whole 9, baby girl, this your city. Don't you send no kind of invite.
Yeah,
if
you
it's
know
something like my
I
woman
can
can't go
provide
with me.
wherever you want.
I just hope that you can understand my intentions when I say stay on the road with me. This type of love don't come with hurt. No way you gon' forgive me. And if you block me out cause your wall is up, girl, it's a chance you just might miss me. This type of love don't come with pain, only wants you to grow with me. I hope by chance you stay, cause this ain't for play. Let's give 100, what's 50-50? Baby, just let me know. I'm tying all my hopes and dreams together. If loving you was wrong, then I don't wanna act right now or ever. In this world so cold, I'm hoping we can keep this flame forever. Say you do, cause so do I. Ceremony time, let's stay down and tethered. Am I wrong for the way I feel? Cause it's so real, I could propose, that's easy. But it's something that's on my mind. Are you really here for me? Cause words deceiving. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I don't wanna throw away a good thing, believe me. I just know how life can be, and sometimes it can feel like this ain't that easy. She said, this type of love don't come with hurt. No way you gon' forgive me. And if you block me out cause your guard is up, it's a chance you just might miss me. This type of love don't come with pain, only wants you to grow with me. I hope by chance you stay, cause this ain't for play. Let's give 100, what's 50-50? Baby, just let me know. I'm tying all my hopes and dreams together. If loving you was wrong, then I don't wanna act right now or ever. In this world so cold, I'm hoping we can keep this flame forever. Say you do, cause so do I. Ceremony time, let's stay down and tethered.
It don't matter, let the fact you can throw something off of a building that won't splatter. I don't know what to do, but girl, I'm so flattered that every time that she can always was look at your booty, you always was really. Alright, this one was an interesting one because the original record, right? Like, listen, I love basically most records that I've heard from like Babyface, Mint Condition, you know what I'm saying? Anything like Raphael Sadiq, you know, was a part of pretty much. And with this specific song, man, like I had the original song in my head almost like the whole time, right? So there's this part of me that you know, would hear the missing melodies that aren't in this version, right? The sort of man, like there are certain instruments and certain melodies that would usually be in the original beat or whatnot that I almost was waiting for to see if you would sort of add or have a sort of take in, but I don't know. There's an aspect of him making it his and kind of like a different way, and it actually working. One of my pet peeves is usually when you take a known record and you don't acknowledge that record, right? Because the artist will always appreciate, you know, people knowing where, you know, something came from and you paying homage in, you know, certain ways or whatnot, whether you sort of, you know, have a similar chorus sort of like pop up or you know, just more the sample, whatever the case, man. Like I do like the vibe that you got in there with, and 2 minutes and 53 seconds as well, so not bad. He said it's my day one, homie. Saw that. True. What's up? That's what's up. He said this dude and Fresh should collab. Second part said, which Fresh? Mr. Fresh or Freshness Fresh? Right? Mr. Fresh or Freshness Fresh? Will he say both shit? or just one of them. Tune in to the next episode of That Dorky Review Show.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
I see. Let me go back into the free line right about now.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
You son of a bitch. Let me see.
If you owe me some money and haven't paid me, you better go use it to buy a Switch. You better go buy a Switch because I need my money on time. I need it right now. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, not next week. I need it now.
Yeah, I need my money now. If I don't get it by the bar, you could just hunt around. Niggas think they're hard to find, but end up at the loss of fam. Think I ain't gon' fuck your bitch, don't worry, you gon' come around.
She back door you cause I let her hold my watch. She said that she adore you, then she fixated at my Glock.
One thing ain't gon' change, they gon' switch up for a bag of money. Aiming at your brain, just in case you got a bag it for me.
Had this shit in the bag. Working on TikTok about making it back. I got a couple of feet that I keep in the bag. No problem with me when I'm flipping that gas.
Flipping the selling till we up a pound. Reason why niggas try hunting us down. Moving the silence and making a sound. You owe me money, go get some protection.
Owe me money, go get you a weapon. Leave it to me to end the progression. You catch $10, just build up aggression. 6 told calls, said the money be stretching. 1 phone call, that'll teach you a lesson.
It's the most different record I heard from you.
Dreaming if you think you taking it from me. Scheming, but you ain't been making no money. I know you hate to see me win, but I would hate to see me lose. They used to never know my name, and now I'm Bishop with the Jews. They ain't gon' never see me coming, I got more than just a coup. I suggest don't owe me money or I'm coming with the troops. Yeah, I need my money now. If I don't get it by the bar, you could just hunt around. Niggas think they're hard to find, but end up at the loss of fam. Think I ain't gon' for your bitch, don't worry, you gon' come around.
She back door you cause I let her hold my watch. She said that she adore you, then she fixated at my Glock.
One thing ain't gon' change, they gon' switch up for a bag of money. Aiming at your brain, just in case you got a bag it for me.
Make it laughing like it's funny and shit. But half of y'all up in the chat, you owe me money and shit. I'm laughing like I ain't even got a.
Let me go over here and. I'm half and half, right? So here's the thing. I've heard many records from King Tej, just, you know, on the solo tip, right? And like, I'm gonna show y'all a few songs that you know, we've gotten from him just to show you the consistency of, you know, what we normally would hear. Because this one is very much different, right? In the typical, you know, type record, type beat lane, we've heard these styles essentially before. This is the first time me hearing you even remotely on, you know, that sort of tip. If people are hearing you for the first time in this lane, they will literally never know that you'd have something like this.
Seems as if this is the shit that you wanna hear. This is too easy, I might have a better year. Watch how the label go, cause say the devil said, but I'm a veteran. But had my foot on the gas, I'm a 7, get better, more clever and solid with metal gear. I am the missing tip, but had you missing, see there's a difference here. This is my house, all you niggas just living here. Those are my place, they get this, no Thanksgiving here. Listen, my niggas, no bitch here. For my niggas, some niggas go disappear. Please do not miss you there, oh hey, your face on the shirt. And I promise I won't be considered to open your stomach like damage you giving birth. Really a nice guy, don't see the dice I roll. Ace play, some of the life I chose for the mic I rode to the bud I spoke. All you niggas really worried about what I been told. You should worry about the nigga whose spot I stole. I'm so goddamn cold, got a heart that froze. You niggas really care.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he killing that.
They said I'd never make it out, and so I told them I'ma find a way. Gotta find a ladder just to make it to the finer things. Started selling drugs to try to get up on my mama place, but keep on seeing ops, I know they gotta be a better way. Work that 9 to 5, but need to get it at a faster pace. But if I go too fast, I start to feel like that I'm in a race. Try to touch the top before I get up to them heaven gates. Give my daughter everything I know I have, just what it takes. See, I'm from Philly with niggas popping the willies. You getting popped if you silly. I've been the king, but not really been sick with the flow, as if I was sick with the flu. Sleeping on me with PJs, but you can't fuck with Lil' Roo.
Y'all know what it is.
Yeah, nigga been on fire, need a heat check.
Shorty tried to come with me, but I say he's back. You been treating me so wrong, I need some respect. So why you feel like you deserve a part of this, yeah? You ain't get no
Very
budget, you know
versatile
what
artist.
She said she loved me, but I couldn't say that shit back. Had to tell her it's complicated. Had to tell her it's complicated.
That's right. That's right. That's fine. And what you have to
Had to tell her it's complicated.
Girl, you late when summer comes. Anyways, the point that I'm making is the that random one that we got from you a step down, maybe so, just because, you know, when we're able to sort of like see what you're truly, you know, capable of in some of the best sounds, beats, you know, genres or whatnot, it's like it almost hurts to see someone dumb themselves down in style or anything. I think you're an artist who basically, you know, you're one of the artists who hop on the tight beat and show people how they should hit up the records, right? You get on, you kill it, while there are some who they're just thinking about the vibe itself. They're not thinking about the bars. Let me get in there, you know what I'm saying, with a dope flow and, you know, stuff like that. So for me, I just know how much more you could truly do within that record. Again, different genre, different sound, but when people are hearing you for the first time, period, right? Like, you only have two choices, right? You either make them believe you're in that other random genre, right? If he does a rock record, if he does a gangsta rap record, if he does a you know what I'm saying, whatever it is, whatever subgenre, you have the let me sound like I belong or sound like I'm outside but still can, you know, get in there while maintaining my abilities and flavor or whatnot, right? I think you always want to show people what you could truly do with like every record, because there will be some people who won't get to hear like what I just did right there. Like, often there are times where you guys will send through and I'll do that, or somebody else sends a song and then I try to show them, you know, some of y'all stuff so y'all could do features and stuff, but not everybody's ever even gonna get that chance, right? Like, when you hear a song randomly on the radio, if you don't like something, you turn the station, and then if you hear that same song again, you turn the station, right? You just keep hitting that button. I don't like that record, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, you're only gonna get one chance with certain people, and you know, always try to do the best if you can, man. That's what I said. And what do you say, want to bet? Let me see anything I had fun with that one, LOL, but you know what I'm saying, coming back to my roots and stuff like that. And he said he can't do rock and stuff like that. Man, listen, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised with the artists that would come through the show, right? And we'd have half and half, right? There will be some who they come with melodic records starting off, right? And they're sometimes so good you feel like they should enter in The Voice or American Idol. You know they will win because they have that natural sort of sound or whatnot. And then, you know, you get to conversating with them over time and realizing, like, you started off rapping and then you hear that and then the rap is good too, and it feels like some straight up, you know, hip-hop shit. They don't sound unnatural or corny or anything like that, right? And then other times it's the opposite, where we hear the rap stuff first and then suddenly they get into a more melodic vibe and they feel and sound natural. No extensive use of like auto-tune and you know, just overuses of effects. And so it's always dope to be able to see you know, what many people could do with any number of, you know, genres. I mean, I think you all need a, you know, an around the world kind of album, you know, kind of situation. I don't know what I should be calling that, but you know what I'm saying? You all need an album where you do try to, okay, if I was to make a song in this genre, that I'd be comfortable with, as well as the people, you know, within or whatnot. How can I go half and half? And like, there's a way, right? Because when you look at Linkin Park, they had quite literally, you had a little bit of heavy metal, you had a little bit of alt rock, and you had hip hop in that same damn band or whatnot, right? So you got a good blend of sound, and you got like what felt like, you know, a DJ sort of like aspect to, you know, some of the production as well. Like, it mixed a lot of things that that blended together, you know, well, and we've always loved them for it or whatnot. Even more so than like Limp Bizkit, who also had, you know, that hip hop and heavy metal aspect or whatnot. But like, you know, Linkin Park, we go to several songs. I think Limp Bizkit, we gave it all to the nookie. Yeah, nookie. What you think the cookie is the good? Anyways, big salute. Big figure for flute. Big figures for flute. You can go and get a flute. Listen. All right, slanging parts. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Let's see. What do you say? I sampled an old grandfather clock and made this different than my usual. What I think is snaps. We gotta see what this sounds like. What you say? Take your brother likes and stuff over here. Take your brother likes and stuff over here.
Thank you for the lights and stuff over here. Thank you for the...
I might have to restart the TikTok in a little bit, so if I do that, head to my YouTube. Ooh, way different. There's a lot of time when I want to be able to say I get lifted. I don't even know what the hell I'm about to do, but no! Don't rap fast. A lot of times you go to the strip club, but they don't even let you grab action. People also know that, like, if you don't drive a car, you can't crash. And people know that I can't just stash it. People also be asking me, what the hell would you do if a monster just randomly came up to you and was attacking, freaking you in the back, and then you don't even know if you would ever go get a javelin. Matter of fact, I would stab him in. But I like that, but I like that. There's another time when I want to be able to freestyle, but I write that. Wear a white hat. Also, I don't know what the hell I'ma do when I don't like cats, cause I'm allergic and people don't know how the heck I get all these verses. I also want to get on the track and then spit some shit that I hope that was really perfect. And I know that I don't even like know if I want to like tell y'all that y'all cannot insert shit. People also like don't even know about insert shit. Like, what am I even talking about? A lot of y'all are like hearing this shit and walking out. A lot of y'all are like see some shit on the ground and then probably would always walk around and then pick it up again. People also want to tell me that. Ooh. Drum and bass style. Can put your AP. How did you pick up the sample? Sounds clear. It sounds clear. People like I like you, but also you need to stay from around here. And people also like would be weirded out if like you had a freaking white face but then some brown ears. Also, there's lots of times where people are freaking go in the crowd and they like don't allow cheers. So gotta make sure that you spray it. A lot of people make a video game but won't even play it. Like, hey dog, man, you made it. Why you even gotta like make sure freaking you feeling like you is an ancient and you don't even like take it. Freaking I know that I don't like know what I'm gonna say, but like all food I'ma bake it. Stop it. Da. On TikTok, you can do galaxies. Skips. A lot of times you want to smile at me. And shit. When I'm back in it, there's a lot of time when I want to tell y'all that I don't know what the hell I'm about to do, but you know what, man, I'm rapping this is. Ain't nothing I would change. A lot of y'all are rage and y'all don't know what to say. I wanna throw this shit away, but y'all can't because a lot of y'all are freaking always think this is a game, but salute, man. Listen, that was a nice overall vibe. It was crazy because, again, the beat in terms of like the drums are hard hitting, right? Feels good to, you know, just listen to them in there. Like I almost felt like I was listening to a live drummer sort of like playing that, as I know they can. And then the sample, the clock, you know what I'm saying? Everything just sat nicely, you know, in the mix or whatnot. I'd listen to it by itself or with an artist, you know, over it or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But obviously the right artist would bring it to a good, you know, you know, place and spot or whatnot. It really just depends on what they would, you know, do. But not bad, man. And I appreciate the switch ups and stuff because it feels lived in. There's some times where there are producers who will just, let me just loop this here and that's it. And then you don't get any change-ups. You don't get any parts where, you know what? Let me take the drums off here. Let me go over here, switch it up, maybe change the tempo. Like all of that matters because we want to feel like you guys are working in some way, right? Like a song, I mean, I've heard a song where the artist said the same thing over and over. Just the whole song. They said one phrase and then they just kept saying that one phrase. They never changed the word, tried to make a story or nothing like that, right? And again, it's when that happens, it doesn't make you feel cooler. It doesn't make it doper. It becomes about, I can't believe that he just repeated that one thing and then that's it or whatnot. And we even hear that in certain mixes freaking too, like from, you know, certain DJs. But I feel like figuring out the ways to really make something a true song is really how you make something, you know, last. So having anything feel lived in, like you know, wrote to the whole beat if possible, you know, is very importante. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna play, it's just like a part, they said I was gonna skip with something more me, you know what I'm saying? I guess what would that be?
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last
Dude,
time.
I like that one though, you know what I'm saying? Red the Rapper, is it? Let me see what this is. What's it called? Chicago. All right, it's playing an ad real quick.
Timmy boy.
There's a lot of times where you wanna eat something.
Gotta get the bills paid no matter what. Gotta get them bills paid no matter what. Gotta get them bills paid no matter what. Cause life gon' get tough when them bills start piling up. Gotta get them bills paid no matter what. Gotta get them bills paid no matter what. Gotta get them bills paid no matter what. Cause life gon' get tough when them bills start piling up. Yeah, I gotta keep them bills paid, man, regardless. So when they offer me overtime, that's when I go the hardest. Cause I'm a husband, cause I'm a father. So I gotta make sure they straight, who my wife and daughters. On top of that, a recording artist. But if the music ain't selling, I'ma need some more options. I'm talking multiple streams of income. But
just how I'm coming. Cause I can't just sit around and do nothing. Even on my off day, I hopped up in a booth. Cause the grind don't stop me, I don't know about you, but I gotta get it. And that's on the real. Shit, I don't know how you supposed to live if you ain't paying them bills. Boy, I gotta get them bills paid no matter what.
No matter what.
Gotta get them bills paid no matter what.
No matter what.
Yeah, gotta get them bills paid no matter what.
No matter what.
Life gon' get tough when them bills start piling up. Gotta get them bills paid no matter what.
No matter what.
Gotta get them bills paid no matter what.
No matter what.
Yeah, gotta get them bills paid no matter what. Cause life gon' get tough when them bills start piling up.
I gotta get these bills paid no matter what. Bills don't pay themselves, all they do is pile up. Between the stress and bills, yeah, it's got me acting up. Paying bills is part of life, it's part of growing up. Can't wait to clock in and just go nuts. Gotta get these hours in before the sun's up. I'm steady on my grind, ain't no way I'm giving up. I gotta get these bills paid before the month is up.
Even on my off day, I hopped up in a booth.
I don't feel like this was ready for Spotify yet, but
I don't know about you, but I gotta get it. And that's on the real. Shit, I don't know how you supposed to live if you ain't paying them bills. Gotta get the bills paid no matter what. Gotta get them bills paid no matter what. Gotta get them bills paid no matter what. Cause life gon' get tough when them bills start piling up. Gotta get them bills paid no matter what.
No matter what.
Gotta get them bills paid no matter what.
No matter what.
did I
Gotta
forget
get them
to
bills paid no matter what. Cause life gon' get tough when them bills start piling up. Gotta get those bills paid. There's a lot of things that people think about, but I don't think they will say. A lot of freaking times I got a lot of that beer gangster.
all right. So overall concept and feel was decent. Something that does feel like a record we would have heard within the genre. Everybody needs a sort of like theme and a record that sort of adheres to what you trying to do, right? You know what I'm saying? As you trying to go through our life or whatnot, like we is trying to get them bills paid no matter what. My only thing is it did feel like the mix still needed work. It didn't have that polish. It didn't sound like it had that clarity just yet. They kind of rushed themselves into just already uploading it to Spotify. But if it had that consistency, I'd plop that on many other playlists and stuff like that with some of the same kind of records or whatnot. But in theme, I still think it's a kind of anthem for certain people that will work or whatnot. But we need that perfection for things to be looked at even outside of the indie market and stuff. I'm going to end the stream right now, whatnot, because I gotta hold on. I gotta order Uber for Crystal right now. So give me a we'll try to come back in a few hours if we can, and also potentially tomorrow. So we'll see you guys. We'll be back.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is so...
Everybody